everybody. Welcome to All Nerds here. We're glad you're with us today. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday in the midst of an interesting world that we live in. If you missed our last game, it's here on the... I don't know why everybody's dabbing, but okay. Everybody be dabbing. That works for me, I guess. I like it. We're glad you're here with us today for some fun wrestle times. Before we get started, I want to make a few announcements to get us going on this Sunday morning. First of all, shout out a couple things that we think are important. We have the VOD from our first episode. We're getting it up on YouTube. The world just went a little bit nuts over the last few weeks. So I haven't had a chance to get it up there on YouTube, but I'm working on it. So I'll get the first episode up on YouTube. Hopefully this week is the plan. But until then, the VOD should be on here for you to check out. But
the VOD will be here through today.
Through today?
It will go away tomorrow. They last for 2 weeks on Twitch.
Okay. I have downloaded it. I will get it up on YouTube this week then. Thank you. And then...
you can save it as a highlight, can't you? Or no, wait, because we're not. Right.
I don't really want to do that. But I did put it in a collection. Anyway, so I do have it downloaded and I'll get it up on YouTube this week. Second thing, just things we need to say. Black Lives Matter.
Truth.
We have a prompt. I don't know if people's computers are working, so if that doesn't get up in the chat, please do that. There are some places you can donate if you have the money. That'd be awesome. If not, please retweet and share. And in light of what happened this last weekend, I also feel the need to say that trans lives matter. So, y'all,
that's me.
This shit real. So, we care about that stuff here. And if you got a problem with that,
I lost my flag.
Get the fuck out.
I lost my flag.
Oh no, Fox! Who are you?
How can you call yourself a real tran then?
Seriously.
Oh no, my 20s.
Woof.
Thanks for reminding me of a lot of other painful
Downtown.
Somebody just pulled this knife out of my ribs. Ow.
I just feel like we needed to get those things out in the open at the beginning of this broadcast. Okay. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. Let's start with Fox.
Hey, folks. I'm a fake tran.
You are
my name is Fox.
Not.
Dude, I'm the realest fucking tran you'll ever meet. Hey, folks. My name is Fox Barrett. I will be playing Phoenix, who's a wrestle gal. The Over Undertaker, who's also a wrestle gal, and Benny Templeton, who's an announcer boy. I can never remember what the hell else we say. I think that's it. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, I'm fiddling with the overlay. I'm gonna stop doing that now. Hi.
Smart. I like it. We're gonna move on to Simon.
Hello, everyone. My name is Simon, and I am going to be playing a variety of characters today. My pronouns are he, him. I am wrestling primarily as Death Blossom, whose pronouns are she, her. I will be announcing matches as Ramiro Rudioso, who is he, him. I will also be playing some small furry friends that you'll get to meet. If you're familiar with Season 1, we're going to see some Belmo and some Super Brover action today. And I have another wrestler in the wings who we will introduce whenever it is dramatically appropriate.
I love it. Oh, I had that up for a reason, so I know who's next. Oh, Smurf.
Hi, it's me. I'm Smurf. Tonight I am playing Ron Steerling, who is the champion of all the champions. He has all of the title belts. And he's not competing today, so that won't change. I'm also debuting a new character today called The Vessel.
Oh shit, right. I should update the overlay.
Every time you say that, I'm just like...
And I also, my announcer character is Rory Cemetery. It's going to be a fun time.
I love Rory Cemetery. All right, and Jackie.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, and today I usually primarily play the cook, who is he, him, but he's going to be busy, as apparently now it's dawned on him that he probably needs to have some intricate plan about his marriage proposal to the Chad. So he's going to be busy for a little while. And instead, I will be probably playing mostly today After Dark, which is they, them, and they are more or less Daft Punk meets Boba Fett. So have fun with that.
I just never ever thought I would hear Daft Punk meets Boba Fett in a wrestle game, but I'm here for it.
I've seen that show on Disney Plus. It's very good.
With a little bit of Ghost Rider, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit of Ghost Rider, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And my announcing, my ever so wonderful announcing personality is the ever so stoic and monotone Johnny Wong.
Johnny Wong. And hi everybody, I'm Kate. I use she, her pronouns, and I play the rest of the stable, including the ever so wonderful Alistair McCormick III, owner of PWN. Yeah, he's the fucking worst.
He is the worst.
Suck shit.
I don't care that he's all of our meal tickets.
Yeah, he's the worst. He's one of those 1%ers, jerk face head. And the rest of the crew that these fine players don't play. We'll see who comes up as part of this. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything before we get started. I don't think I am. I think we're good.
Oh, it's
ready?
hanging on this outside of my house. I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Oh, your flag is coming up.
Because it's Pride Month, so it's hanging outside.
That's a really good
as
spot
it
for
should
flags.
be,
to
but
Hello, welcome to Sunday Morning with us.
It's funnier than hell.
For Christ's sakes, please cue the music.
Well, I was gonna cold open.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, please.
We cold open
Where we at?
as the you don't know. This is not an overlay we have, so just
Okay. Then I'll pick something. There we go.
just pick something, whatever you feel like.
I have picked something. Fucker.
It is the camera zooms in on a dark. It's just dark, and
I have
there's
an
the
overlay for
sound of dripping water in the background as you just hear this drip, 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 and the light comes up on Vampire's face, and it pulls back a little bit, and you just see her laying there on a stone slab at rest in the dark. Drip, 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 drip.
I hear music.
This is PWN Live! Do you not hear it?
No. Sorry, I was.
Oh.
Gimmick infringement happened, and I was just pointing out. I didn't say it.
Oh, okay.
Gotta protect the brand.
This is PWN Live from downtown Vancouver, Washington. The one in the United States, not the one in Canada. Today we will be action-packed, full of fun. It's like, again, all those like the flashing scenes from
Kid C
Season
told me
one.
$5.
Yeah. You can sit, you'll buy the whole seat, but you only need the edge if that's what you really want. It's like the flashing, it's just the flashing scenes from all the, you know, the things I explained last time. I can't remember what all of them were. Those flashing scenes of wrestling. And then it goes. And here we are live from the PWN arena. It's Rory Cemetery.
Good evening or afternoon or whatever time it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have a action-packed show for you today. I've got some news coming across the table here. We have a couple debut matches. Well, we saw plenty of After Dark last week. Finally, in the ring in a sanctioned match tonight against newcomer, The Vessel. It's going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. And then our second match of the night, we're going to have Phoenix going up against the Buppet Wrestling Time with Karma. Phoenix has had a bad pass with some Muppet wrestling. Can she take the victory tonight? We'll find out. And then our main event tonight is Death Blossom versus the Over-Undertaker. The Over-Undertaker is new to the scene here in PWN, and I'm excited to see her in the ring for the first time.
Yay!
Yeah. Go like, "Wow." And then we go to the locker room. What is everybody doing?
Goodness.
I call not it because I'm fixing something in OBS. Sorry. Be right with you.
So Ron walks through the locker room. He has a wagon that is very clearly spray painted gold.
Oh my god.
And on it is all 3 of his title belts.
Is it like one of those little red wagons, but you spray painted it gold?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Okay.
He walks through the locker room and into a door that's kind of attached to the locker room that says Ron Steerling on it, like it's his personal like locker room space. And you just see him enter and go inside with his wagon.
That's so gross.
After-
I just can't.
You know what? After a beat, Phoenix enters frame whistling with her baseball bat like propped up on her shoulder and goes into the room after him.
Do we hear anything from the room, or is it just like?
You hear, like 2 minutes after going in the wagon, Ron scream, "Not my wagon!"
Wham! Wham! Wham!
And then maybe 30 seconds later, Phoenix comes out with her bat.
The bat is now bent. Just whistling happy as a clam. I can't whistle, but...
Oh, I will say that After Dark will probably be passing by and then just hand Phoenix another bat.
Double bat. I'm gonna go find more shit to break.
Well, the cook's in his dressing room, farther away from a little bit further away from the locker room.
And what is the cook doing?
He has catalogs everywhere, scattered in the dressing room, and it's just like wedding catalogs. It is all like cake catalogs. It's all over the place. And then there's like folders with like venue photographs that Olive Oil has taken, and he's just like sifting through it and everything. And and so he's just like no, puts it down. All right, let's see. No, oh god, no. And
The Over-Undertaker is absolutely in there with you. And just like, gauche. Nope. Out of fashion. Ugh, hideous. No, wrong. Just throws the whole book over. Start again. This is terrible. You need to make an impression.
I do.
You only get one shot at this. Well, actually, you probably get several shots at this, but... The point is to act like this is only ever going to happen once. You have to spend the money. What's your net worth?
And looks over at Olive Oil, and Olive Oil just tells, about 6.2 million.
Tigger like turns away. He's like, okay, we can work with that. Now here's the thing. That's good, but you're not gonna rent the Staples Center with that kind of money. What if I told you I could double it easily?
Oh, you would do that?
Oh,
Yeah. That's something I would do.
I would appreciate that.
oh no.
Great. Okay, so here's a routing number. If you could just get me all of this. Actually, bills would be better, but I understand if you're a little, can't quite move that super fast. Yeah, just it's call this number. He'll get you set up, and then I'll just see to it that your money will be so wonderfully taken care of.
Oh, that'd be great.
As the cook is signing away his life,
I didn't expect to get away with that.
It's the cook. He's not that smart.
Death Blossom creaks open the door and comes in, looking not at who's in the room, but she's got like an armful of bouquets of like various colors and types of flowers, and she's pushing her way in. Cook, I've got the samples from Death House. So we were looking at the bridal options, and what are you doing in here?
Ugh, what are you doing in here?
I'm helping my friend
With
plan
these,
for a very special
with
day.
these awful. What is this? What are these? No, these are. Are these even real? Ugh.
These are top of the line.
But the line's
These are the
very low to the
elite.
ground. Honey, I've seen elite. Thank you very much. I am from the land of sunshine and money, and this, that is not going to cut the mustard. See,
I'm a back alley in Atlantic City.
you see the cook. This is what I'm talking about. We have to spare no expense, and we can't go with these cheap imitations.
But Death Blossom's my friend, and also she was so generous to help out with this.
I put a hand on the cook's shoulder and just, you should really know better than to trust your friends. That was your first mistake.
Well, I mean that, and also we did sign a corporate contract that we actually have to do cross promoting.
Now, do I get a cut of that?
No, that was between between us and Alistair.
She, from underneath her like giant awful coat, she pulls one of those '90s enormous cellular phones and like shrinks out the antenna. I need Alistair on the phone now. She's like, she like shoulder checks Death Blossom and she like storms out of the room.
The worst.
What was that about?
I love her.
I don't know, but one way or another, I'm gonna settle her. I'm gonna settle that score. Walking around like she owns the place.
I'm supposed
Out
to
of
get
nowhere.
points on everything.
You just come in here and expect that you can take over everything by throwing money around.
What did I throw around all this money for?
It's like dollars like trailing after the over. It's like a cartoon.
Yeah. Actually.
All that matters is your skill in the ring. If you don't have that, then it's just a lot of talk.
Yeah. Don't you have a match with her today?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna show her what's what.
Excellent.
Now I know that she said these are imitations, but she turns to the camera. I assure you, Death House Hot House flowers are some of the greatest products that you're ever gonna find. And on a day where it matters the most, when a marriage is effectively an issue of life and death for many people, you can't afford to make any mistakes.
I think that's what it moves away from there. That's so good.
That got intense.
No,
fast.
before it cuts, I think
What?
in the
Oh, yeah,
middle
go
of
ahead.
that, she continues, like, you can't afford to make any mistakes. Just like I'm not going to make any mistakes
Yeah.
when I step into the ring against the Over Undertaker and I take one of these bundles of bridal flowers and I jam it down her throat. Because I'll tell you one thing, honey, the odds are not in your favor.
Roll to cut a promo.
I was gonna say, is that cutting a promo?
Exactly what I'm doing.
Cut
That
a
is
promo.
1000% cutting a
You,
promo.
you know what I'm
It's so
doing,
good.
baby.
I know what you're
Best
throwing
ever.
down right now. I know what you're doing.
2d6 plus my look, which is crap, but it's fine because it doesn't work.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5.
Ah!
Aw.
Don't you start with some momentum at least?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
get
do,
a,
don't
you
I?
get a momentum now.
Oh, I have
Can
3
you-
audience. I have 2 momentum. I will
You
spend
can
both
turn
my
it into a.
momentum. I'm gonna spend both my momentum right off the bat.
Nice.
Meh.
All right. You have their attention. Pick one. Make creative booking a match. Add a stipulation in the relevant match. They come out to respond to your promo. Gain +1 heat with the subject of your promo. What is my heat with the over Undertaker right
I
now?
don't know.
It's non-existent.
I have
I'm
one
gonna take a
to
heat
lose,
with the
so
over Undertaker.
Makes sense. That's what I
Probably
would
for the
do.
best.
I forgot to do the. Was anyone over at the beginning of the?
Nah.
I
No,
don't think anyone was. Okay.
I am definitely not.
and
top
we're
of the
not. I don't
card.
think we're high enough. I don't think
And
any of us
you're
are
not high enough
on-
an audience to. Yeah. So, okay, got you. Forgot about that. Oops. You know. All right. And then the camera moves to Karma, who is, her excitable self, sitting with the Buppets. She's just sitting there with the Buppets, and she's like, "So, Super Brover, tell me all about how you like to wrestle." And she's like, ever since you came out as part of the PWN, I was like so excited that one of my childhood heroes was also a wrestler. So I just need to know everything about you and how you like to wrestle. Like, what is your favorite thing about wrestling? I'm trying to give you as much time as I possibly
It
can.
was extremely good.
Yeah, got it.
Well, step 1. And this, listen here, kid. This is the most important thing you'll ever hear about wrestling. You gotta believe in yourself. See, being big and strong, being tough, sassy, having a cool suit, nice shorts, none of that matters unless you got heart. You see, deep down, everybody has the heart of a champion and a wrestler in them. The question is, what are you gonna do with that heart?
I knew it. I knew I could be the champion. And she's sitting on the floor below Super Rover, and she just moves forward, and she's like, "That's right. I can be the champion just like you, Super Rover." And she puts her hand up to fist bump him.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Ron says, you can't be me, but you can
Oh.
be as like me.
Yeah, like you. No, I want to be me.
Yeah,
but like you.
because remember, Karma, everybody's special in their own special way.
Right. I think that's where we move on. What is After Dark doing?
After Dark is tuning their bike.
You're just in the You're just in the parking garage tuning your bike.
Yeah, it's because so we're in a stadium now, so there's there's that section where all the offloading happens, and that's where After Dark is located with their motorbike, and it's just fine tuning it the entire time. And I want to say that After Dark, as soon as they're done with that, starts looking for the over Undertaker.
No, I know who you run into. Because we're out there and you're we just hear the ratchet going, the generic we can't see what you're doing behind the bike. We just see you moving and there's just ratchet noise, just tightening one bolt forever.
Yes.
and the camera just sort of moves over and Benny's out there smoking. I think it's tight enough. I think you've got it.
No. Not tight enough.
Hey, what's your deal anyway? What's with the it's a good gimmick, the helmet, and it's very mysterious. But why the motorcycle?
I like it.
He drops the cigarette and just kind of like stubs it out with his foot. You know, I know an announcer a lot like you. I feel like you two. I feel like you two would have absolutely nothing to say to each other. My apologies.
If you mean Johnny, Johnny is wonderful.
Okay, so are like you a robot, or are you an alien, or are you like are you like from space or the underground? Were you made in a factory?
Yes.
I've been playing this game called Mega Man, and let me tell you, it's incredible. It's about this robot, and it's just really got me thinking about machines and what we do with them. So I'm just wondering, like, what your purpose is as a machine. If you are a machine, you might be an alien. What are you?
I am After Dark.
So that's self-referential. That's what do you call them? One of those. There's a word for it. It's like a quid pro quo. It's one of those. And
I just ride the wave.
would that make more sense on a surfboard? Are you a surfer? Is that the thing that's going on here?
No. I have no affinity with water.
Okay. Awkward pause.
I just feel like unless do you have something else to talk about?
I was all I was about to say was like, do you hear music?
Yeah.
If you've got something.
It's like awkward. It's like that awkward pause, and then pans to Betty's face is like, and then the rationing starts again.
I love
And-
After Dark.
And then we go to Ron's dressing room. I guess. What does your dressing room look like?
It is a closet that has a bunch of different wrestling gear in it. It has pictures of himself up on the walls
Oh no.
in various forms, so including like when he was the Vulcan, but anything that was that had Phoenix in it, Phoenix is like cropped out.
Ow! So
Ow.
on brand.
so
So
on
good.
brand.
There's like framed newspaper clippings from like the Vancouver Chronicle or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like
It's
Uh,
the newspaper is called the Columbian. Does that help
Okay,
you?
the
Yeah, okay.
Columbian.
Yeah.
and it's like Sterling wins everything. There's like a really nice like leather recliner in there and like a
Oh my
small TV.
God.
And in the corner there's a wagon that's absolutely just beat to shit. And he is currently polishing one of his titles sitting in the chair.
Okay, I think on my desk is also a computer.
Mhm.
As you're doing your plug for merch.
Ron stands up. You know, it's not always easy being a champion, and he kind of throws the belt over his shoulder. It's even harder being a double champion. He throws another belt over his shoulder. And it's almost impossible to be the triple champion. And it pans down, and he is wearing the third championship around his waist. But you know, if you're gonna be a champion, you at least need to dress like a champion. And you should head to pwnshop.com and pick up all the finest new merch. You have to support us, because we're champions.
You
And then,
have to support us.
Because we're champions. And on the bottom, the line looks use AOL code PWN. And that like wavy gross font.
We're slowly transitioning to having a worldwide website instead of just an AOL keyword. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, like wow, this is happening so fast.
The best part about that, I don't know if any of you were looking at the overlay, his fucking merch thing was up during
Oh my god, that's so good! No way.
Can't write it, folks.
All right, and we go to the ring with announcers Benny Templeton and Ramiro Rubio.
Welcome, wrestling fans. It's time for yet another incredible set of matches here at PWN Presents Live Wrestling. It's incredible. We've got some rebranding that sometimes my brain needs to catch up on, but it's a challenge.
It's
and we're
very
ready
exciting here. I understand being overwhelmed. The crowd energy is phenomenal. The performers, phenomenal. This announcement desk, I've been told it is off the chain. Now I don't know what that means just as yet, but I'm reading through a primer.
That sounds right. Today, we're looking at a match between two new bloods in the PWN stable.
That's
right. We're looking at After Dark and a mysterious entity that we only know as the Vessel. What do we know about the Vessel so far?
Well, there's only two ways you could really go with a name like the Vessel. Either this person, I don't know much about them. They are some kind of a void, like an emptiness, like a chalice or a bowl that they can fill with the hopes and dreams of their ambitions, of their desires, of their will to make it to the top of this arena, or they're a boat.
Both equally likely. Just like
Very true.
our good friend Bruce Lee says, to be like water. We'll
Yes.
find out whether or not the Vessel will be the void to fill in the existing things in the PWN roster, or if After Dark will be the one to sweep the way through and outride on the heading out on the metaphorical highway.
I spoke-
After Dark already making an incredible splash last time
Absolutely.
on PWN, breaking many barriers and rules in the name of mercenary work.
Yeah, I appreciate. I spoke with them earlier, and I certainly I can appreciate people working under contract in this fine business of ours. But I fear that After Dark might be taking it just a step too far with this off the books work and upside the head work. If you understand what I'm saying, it's a little joke from me, from Benny to Ramiro.
Not entirely sure I processed that one.
Okay.
But clearly, there's a lot to unpack here in the ring here. Looking forward to seeing whether or not, as we've discussed, After Dark is a human or some sort of robot or some sort of alien or some sort of robot alien with an affinity for both motorcycles and screensavers.
Absolutely. I'm eager to tear the repping like it's my 60th birthday. I'm eager to open this package.
I feel like there's some sort of deeper meaning to what we were just talking about, but I couldn't
really
put
wish
my
I
finger
heard-
on it.
Does anybody hear music yet?
I'm waiting.
Our next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from time and space, weighing
does it mean?
in at 210 pounds,
Is it
the
outside time and space?
Vessel.
I hear music.
And there's the entrance music. Just incredible energy already. The crowd is excited to see what the Vessel is going to bring to the table.
Not a boat. I was wrong about the boat.
So out comes this figure who is in like a super silvery like spacesuit almost. Okay. He slowly takes off his jacket at the front of the ramp and walks down to the ring with a super wide stance. He's like walking kind of awkwardly almost. He gets to the ring and before like going up into it, he looks at the top rope, jumps and grabs it and kind of flips over into the ring. He walks over to one of the hands that has a microphone and asks for the mic.
He'll hand it over.
I knew that you would return to me.
Uh-oh.
It has been many moons since we have seen each other. But I remember you. Do you remember me?
There's this like little person in the front, like, nah, never heard of you.
He's going to turn and he's going to point. He's going to turn like suddenly and point directly at Benny. You!
Me?
I have not seen you in 6 lunar cycles.
Oh god, he's talking to me.
Stay
Are
strong,
you a
man.
boat? What's your deal?
No! I am the vessel!
I've never met this guy in my life. Ramiro, I've worked in this business 40 years. I have no idea.
Benny, I'm shocked to say, but I think that the vessel exists outside of space and time, possibly from a timeline divergent from our very own reality.
This sounds like my second ex-wife.
Bring on this challenger, and I will vanquish them back to the point in time in which they originated.
Well, it seems as though the outcome of this match has already been predestined. Let's see what if After Dark can be able to break
Hang
the
on.
time paradox and write the time stream.
Make Smurf roll something. That had to be a move, right? Like,
It was a promo. I think it was a promo. No, it wasn't making kind of promo, but like I just couldn't even think for 2 seconds.
Smurf is doing something and must roll dice. I just don't know what.
Oh yeah, that's kind of promo. I just couldn't think for a second there.
I got a 7.
Okay, what do you do? You could do one of 4 things. You can make Crib put you a match, add a stipulation. They come out to respond, or you can gain a heat.
I'll gain a heat.
Yeah, okay.
Introducing next, the challenger. Weighing in at 150 pounds from New York, New York. After Dark.
I don't hear music.
I hate it.
I hear music.
There it is. Yep, I hear it. So there's smoke billowing out from the ramp, and you start hearing from the speakers a motorcycle engine roar, and out of the ramp comes After Dark on the motorcycle still, and does like a couple circles around the ring, just to rally up the fans. And afterwards, After Dark is going to get off the bike and take the chain that's on the side and then just wrap it around across their chest and just slide in and roll on the ring. Very smooth, just very much like the music.
And with the signature strings of a Vangelis-like synthesizer riff, here comes, roaring into the ring on an incredible motorcycle, tuned up, clearly a custom job, just incredible finish and work on the engine there. After
Very tight
Dark
bolts.
rallying up the crowd with that chain, just ready to bring the hurt and bring the road rash into the arena here at PWN. You know, I've been listening on the police scanners occasionally in my free time, and I've heard reports of mysterious figures riding around on these motorcycles like that. They sort of, someone appears in the middle of the night from the mist, outrunning the police on the highway. Nobody seems to be able to catch them, and before you know it, they blink simply right out of existence. I think that may be a little bit of what we're seeing from After Dark in their free time. Perhaps some sort of otherworldly biker presence, but one way or another, whether they are from another world or possessed by some sort of supernatural forces we've seen previously in PWN, After Dark is bringing a whole lot of heat into the arena right now.
I can't speak to rumors or speculation, but if any part of that's true, don't tell the cook. That guy's a fucking narc. Just
I also
ask
have
the
a
governor.
move. I also have a move. The first time I appear on an episode, I get to use reputation, so I get to roll plus real.
Okay.
And I rolled total a 9, so I get it's there's a there's a vocal minority who's heard of me, and I get to pick either gain momentum equal to my starting momentum, add a stipulation to the match, or gain +1 heat with my opponent. I like the idea of gaining more heat with the vessel, so
I like it. Gain that heat. And what is this move called?
Reputation. It's
Okay,
from the call up.
And you're the call
playbook.
up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I just wanted to, like, since we haven't played, like, Afterdark has not wrestled yet. And the vessel is what playbook?
The provocateur.
The provocateur. Okay, cool. Just so we can let people know, since we're playing with new rules.
Yeah, these are from the new 2nd edition playtest materials for
Yeah.
Worldwide Wrestling RPG.
Yeah. Which we're really loving the new setup that that Nathan Paletta put together. So we're super stoked about it. All right. And we're going to get started. And the vessel will start out with control of the match.
So the vessel holds out his palm open to After Dark. Come now! It is time for your destruction!
Oh, that voice is a choice.
There's a head tilt, and After Dark just casually just walks on over and is going to actually unfurl the chains and then whip, try to whip over to the vessel.
Oof, not a hardcore match, but they are starting out with some hardware in the ring.
That's right, and
think
if
you
the
have
vessel
control,
is to
right,
be
Smurf?
believed,
Yeah.
then this has all happened before, so any pain that he endures in the ring is probably not going to affect him that much.
The vessel will kind of like swing out of the way of this chain and will push using After Dark's momentum After Dark to the mat. And then we'll turn to the crowd and go, "Is this what you have brought me? Some mechanical buffoon? This destruction shall commence immediately."
You sound like a freaking Dalek. I cannot get over the fact that you sound like a Dalek.
I feel like it's only appropriate since we have like a mechanical like mercenary Cyberman. Has this turned into an episode of Doctor Who?
This is making me so happy right now. You have no idea, Smurf. I'm living for this shit.
Exterminate. That's like all I can think of every time you talk. It's so good. Okay, anyway. I wrestle. I don't know what are you doing?
So
Look at the audience. I don't know what you're doing.
I am using an ability called Mind Games.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're doing, but all right.
When you engage in bizarre, outlandish, or mysterious behavior to psych someone out, roll plus look, and then depending on the result, pick something.
You're the provocateur?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Roll it. That's so you're so
So I got an 11.
okay.
Oh.
What do you get out in
Okay,
of
so
an 11 roll?
On a 10 plus, I get to pick 2. I get to gain control of the situation or of the match. I get to gain +1 heat. They gain +1 heat with me, or someone surprises or ambushes them from out of nowhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick I gain a heat with them, and then they gain a heat with me.
I like that. So you both gain a heat. Nice.
Yep.
So you're both at 2 heat with each other.
Yep.
Cool. I love
Crowd's just like, these fucking weirdos. I want to see them beat the shit out of each other.
it. Why are they just standing there? Why don't they do something?
And then I will pass control.
Okay. So after so with the mind games, I'll say that After Dark is just like just another job. Must destroy. Must destroy.
I'm leaning more and more towards robot every day, Ramiro. Sorry.
Ramirioso. I like
Marioso,
it.
my brain is melting.
Ramirioso.
I need to smoke.
Furiosa was the name that we had before we came to the United States, and then they made us
Oh.
change it at the border because they didn't understand how to spell everything. It was
Oh, that is
something was
insane.
lost in translation.
Those jerks.
Speaking of lost in translation, what the hell is happening in the ring?
Just a bizarre
so-
opening up here.
I'm going to say that for After Dark, they are going to try to go in and do a super kick up on
The vessel.
the vessel.
That's what you're fighting right now. You're wrestling the vessel.
It's a vessel
I
wrestle.
had to think
Wrestle
about
the
this for 2
vessel.
seconds.
On second
does
thought, let's
like a
never
super
say
kick.
wrestle the vessel again.
Yeah, you know. So After Dark is going to super kick the vessel and then as they're doing that, they're going to say, "Lights out," and we're gonna go for. I think we're just gonna go for work here. So it's just
Okay.
gonna be work. Okay, so I rolled a 9. So I think what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to retain control for a moment, and what's going to happen is, so the super kick, I think does the vessel have like some kind of weird like ability to like, Smurf, does this vessel have like this ability to like somehow almost like warp reality a little bit? Or does it look like the vessel can warp reality?
Are we anime now?
The vessel has very rigid movement,
Okay.
but I think definitely could evade something like that.
Okay, so the vessel will evade, and as soon as that happens, like there's like halfway through the move, like there's another head tilt from After Dark, and tries to then switch gears literally, and try to do a quick spin kick, but the vessel just seems to avoid it again, and After Dark just goes, "Interesting.
After
You are
Dark comes in
different
with
from
this-
others."
After Dark comes in with a super kick, but the vessel seems to have seen that one coming. Must have foreseen the whole operation. In the middle of the kick, After Dark decides to downshift, and there it is from first. Got to work their way back up to second, and now it seems to be stalling out while they recalculate a different route to an ass whooping.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad the vessel seems to have an idea of what's going on here, because I am completely lost.
Well, it's a wrestling match, you see, inside the
No,
squared
I get
circle.
that,
these
Ramiro.
things-
Jesus. God's sake.
I just love it.
They seem to be able to see the future. I'm terrified and bewildered and honestly a little curious. I should talk to the vessel afterwards, because I just met this girl.
Are you betwixt bothered and bewildered?
I don't get that reference.
Never mind.
I'm sorry.
You gotta hone up on some jazz, dude. Gotta
So
hone up on the jazz.
who has control right now?
You get a book?
I still have
After
control
Dark,
for the
I
moment.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I
After
still
Dark,
have control for a moment. I think what's gonna happen is that I think After Dark is gonna go in and charge and try to tackle the vessel. So we're just gonna probably just do another work and see how we get from here.
Striking doesn't work. Striking doesn't seem to work, so it looks like After Dark's just going in for a big ass hug.
Let's see with work. Okay, so that is an 8. I'm gonna go ahead and switch control over to the vessel, and I'll get 1 momentum.
Okay, sounds good.
So you take the vessel down, and like just a rudimentary grapple, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
The vessel is like flailing his arms up with his back on the mat. Perhaps I was too hasty with your destruction. Perhaps there is another use for the one called After Dark.
Hell is he talking about?
And he's going to
What's about to happen in this ring?
flip over so that he's in the dominant position of the grapple, and is going to pin one arm off to the side and the other one up over After Dark's head, and is going to look at him directly in his helmeted face. I'm gonna roll for that first, and then continue.
Okay. Are you rolling work?
Yes.
Are you rolling? Okay.
I'm rolling. Work.
Okay. I just don't know what's happening right now.
With a 7.
Okay.
Along for the ride.
Retaining control.
I'm going to pass control to him.
Okay.
After in 1 second.
Okay.
Yep.
Your destruction is now unwarranted. Your abilities are sound. Together, we could make waves. No one understands us.
I don't understand you. Wrestle.
We could together siege the PWN and take everything to the proper coordinates in time.
Assessing. Assessing.
Someone please take me to the correct coordinates of space and time.
After Dark, you are in control. What are you doing? I don't know what's happening right now. I don't even know.
So, like right now, so the vessel is gripping the helmet, right?
No, just has pinned.
Oh, pinned.
I have
Okay.
both arms.
pinned.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna see this weird, like body twist where After Dark somehow manages to flip the pin and actually just get out of it, and both Vessel and After Dark get back up, and After Dark's just going to be like assessing. There is a wave arriving. I can feel it. I will be the only one to ride the wave. And so what's going to happen here is that After Dark is you hear the motorcycle just turns on and starts riding and just starts auto going on its
Like
own
driving
around.
itself?
Yeah. Because we have budget now. There's someone who has
No,
a
yeah,
remote
totally.
control for
I'm
it.
not
You have budget.
complaining.
You can do whatever
The
you want.
opposite.
Go for it.
Where's the O key where I say more of this?
By God, After Dark's motorcycle has come to life, and After Dark seems to be operating it from a remote distance, or perhaps it's got a mind of its own, but it's tearing around the ring. What is going on here?
What does After
Unbelievable.
Dark do?
So what's going to happen here is that After Dark is going to go straight charging at the vessel, and as he's going, Vessel can hear from After Dark, only one may ride the wave, only one may be the wave, so ride the wave and be gone.
Okay,
And-
so things I need to tell you before you do this.
Mhm.
The vessel is booked to win. Do with that what you will.
Okay,
you have a
great,
way to
'cause I have a
undermine
move for that. I have a move for that. So the call-up has a move called Hungry. When they want it really bad, when they know they're booked to lose, they can go for the win anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking great.
Oh
this
snap! I actually hit 11 without the momentum.
What does the 11
You
give
win the match instead and pick from one of the 7-9 list. Okay, so I could either take an injury, lose 1 heat with your opponent, or get pulled out of this feud by creative. I'm gonna say I like this feud between the vessel and After Dark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lose a little bit of heat, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna see lights emerge behind vessel, and it's in the shape of a circle, and then you start seeing like weird numbers and coding all around it as an edge, and all of a sudden, this is probably where After Dark is going to then basically try to pull their finishing move.
Yeah, roll your finisher.
And let me see here. Let me see here. I just want to see something for the heal move here. I'm gonna definitely spend the 2 momentum probably to do the leave someone lying helpless, except it's not helpless. The vessel's going for a ride.
My God, Benny, I think there's some truth to what you were saying earlier. You were mentioning that you were wondering if After Dark was a surfer, but it turns out that they're actually surfing the World Wide Web, the information superhighway, and they're on a one-way ticket to send the vessel straight through there.
This collective consciousness is delivering a collective ass whooping, let me tell you.
What'd you get?
So I rolled a 7. So they sandbag me, and I still win, but I get to choose whether to power through, gain heat with each other, or punish them. I still like gain back more heat just because I like the feud. I want this feud.
So you gain heat with each other?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so you each gain a heat.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
And
good.
it's going to be... So if anyone's played Destiny 2, there's finishers where melee finishers. So it's literally just like a head bang with the helmet on the vessel, and then there's portal emerges, and the vessel flies right through.
Fucking Mortal Kombat now, let's go.
Why not? Can you pin first, please, for me? Because this is wrestling, and we do have to do some of the rules of wrestling.
Wait, hang on. But
What are you talking about? This is Exalted, right?
Kate, this is a perfect opportunity to have the ref come up and argue that point with After Dark, though.
Okay, that's fine. The ref can come up, and After Dark will be like, oh, assessing, recalibrating, and then the portal appears above, and vessel flops down.
Flawless victory.
You could not believe what I have seen!
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
And then the pin happens?
Yeah, then the pin
I
happens.
I like it. Okay, fair. 1, 2, 3.
And there it is. Wrestling fans, I don't even know what I just saw, but it looks like After Dark opened up some sort of gateway into the breaching the rift between our physical world and the digital one, throwing the vessel through it. And though the vessel seems to have mastered space and time, they haven't mastered the new digital age that we're all struggling to understand. Thrown completely through, and finally a victory by pin. It's just an incredible overset that we've seen here today. The vessel may have seen the victory, but it looks like After Dark has no care for time paradoxes or any sort of temporal causality.
If there's one thing I've learned, it's that the internet doesn't care what you think. Spend a lot of time on using it. Not a friendly place.
And After Dark is just gonna stylishly just get back on the bike and motorcycle around one more time and head through the ramp.
What else can you say?
I don't think there's anything else you can say. It's just...
I feel like...
Smash cut to Ron's dressing room. He's
Okay.
sitting in his chair watching the show, and he just looks at Kimberly Price and goes, "What the fuck was that?"
I think that's a good place for us to go to break. We'll be... I don't know what happened either, y'all. But we're gonna go to break for about 5 minutes. We will be right back. We promise. Thank you so much for joining us for the first part of our show. We'll be back for, I promise, Muppets and wrestling and Death Blossom and
Wrestling.
oh, the Over Undertaker and wrestling. It's gonna be great.
And Muppets.
Don't
and
miss
wrestling.
out. Muppets. It's gonna
And
be
wrestling.
great. All right, we'll be right back.
Wrestling and
Hey everybody, we're back! Yay!
Smack on the microphone.
Hopefully you can hear us. I'm sure you can. I trust Fox. Before we move to the next part of the game, woohoo! I'm excited. I have to tell you, did you know that we have merch? We have merch.
It's occasionally
Y'all.
down there.
No, look, we got merch. Check this out.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
we got merch.
It's so cool. It makes me happy. I'm wearing merch. You can check it out. Buy it at sonerdwear.com and use our code WRASSLE. That's WRASSLE. And you can get 10% off. And that's at everything at So Nerdwear. Not just our stuff. So go check that out. It's good. It's good stuff. Check it out. Cool. All right. Are we ready? To
I'm
get
ready
back
for the March of Merch.
into the game.
Now I gotta go. Peace.
I kind of need you. I need you. No, I fucking need you. Fucking need you. Okay, anyway. I hate when she does this shit to me. She's so mean. All right.
I am.
Phoenix,
That's me.
where are you right now?
Uh,
And what are you doing before your segment, shall we call it, with
where
Puppet Wrestling Time?
the hell am I right now? Let
Karma.
me just put it somewhere generic. Well, I think very quickly because I was too busy doing a different bit in order to do this bit. She is. Wait, no. Okay. Would she be in like the basement of this place doing this? No, screw it. It's funnier if it's in the locker room. So she is in the locker room, and I think like the camera kind of like comes in like past some of the lockers, and as it's like coming around, we're hearing this like scraping noise and a slight grinding noise, and as we pass by the side of the locker and are revealed, we see that Phoenix is got like one of those like spinning whetstones, and her bat, and it's just like grinding the edge of her bat as though it were a sword against the spinning stone, just as sparks go flying off. And she's just kind of like humming to herself, and then like after a minute she's kind of like picks it up and lines it up, looks down the edge of it, like kind of runs her thumb along the edge and like as though she got cut on the perfectly round bat, and just kind of nods to herself. Yeah.
Cut to the weight room, unless you had something else you wanted to do.
Oh no, I mean,
Did you?
no.
Okay.
What is happening?
Just making sure. Cut to the weight room where the Buppets and Karma are having a pre-segment dance party. If you have a wrestler that you want to be there with them, have at. You can. But they're having a pre-segment dance party.
I'm fixing overlay. Somebody else be there.
The vessel is there and is dancing.
Iconic, Carmella Davis are definitely there. Diesel's there. The Bull is there, but he's just awkwardly kind of standing and trying to dance. But his muscle mass is so big, it's just more like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
Man, this is me when I let loose in the clubs.
Yeah.
trying to. Hi. Flip. head, shoulders, hips, and
Yeah. And Silver is totally there and like eating up the dance floor with
Yep.
the Vessel. I think the Vessel and Silver are like doing full-on dance moves together.
Mm-hmm. I could see it. The cook is definitely going to be there, and is just going. Is also dancing just terribly, just absolutely terribly.
The Over Undertaker is just sort of like standing by like a table somewhere, just sort of like, what is this? What is this? And like
This is
turns
called
to
fun!
whoever is standing next to her.
Arma in the middle.
Oh, it's
Same
probably
thing.
gonna be After Dark, but with a synth keyboard, and actually is part of the soundtrack.
What? No. What are you doing? Stop that. Stop doing that.
It's part of my contract.
You need a better lawyer. You know, I know a guy. No,
And I think we just go back to in the locker room. It's just the segue back to Phoenix sharpening her bat.
What happened to the jam?
The jam is still happening off camera, Belmo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I just
okay.
want to vibe for a while.
Okay, you can keep vibing, Belmo. Sorry, just not in the game. Yeah.
Am I fighting a particular Buppet or?
all of them
I also want to know the answer to this question.
at once.
It is Super Brover.
Okay.
You're doing a segment with Karma and Super Brover.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, so I'm not wrestling them?
Well,
Okay. Whatever. I just all that matters is what Phoenix was told, and so she's just so yeah, once she is satisfied that the bat is as sharp as it needs to be, she kind of like puts it up on her shoulders, and flexes a little bit, and like walks over. You think you're bad, huh? You think, and we can't see. She's looking down at someone we can't see. You think you're hot shit. You think that you... She steps back and points the bat downwards towards somebody. Have the ability, the strength, the fortitude to go around with the Phoenix? And then we get the reverse shot, and it's just this really ragged, chintzy, like, sock puppet that's just kind of, like, laying on the chair sideways with, like, these, like, buttons for eyes just kind of flumped down. Don't give me that look. I'm not afraid of puppets. I'm stronger than puppets. I'm bigger than puppets. I'm bigger than puppets! I'm bigger than puppets. And she reels back and just cracks the chair. And the chair and the sock puppet go flying.
cut a promo.
I would love to do that very thing. What the hell are my stats?
You don't need stats.
I haven't looked at my character sheet in
Stats.
like forever. Cut up promos with look? Yeah,
Yeah.
with look. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right, my look is a -2. See, this is why... Yeah, there it is. It is a, 8, 9, 9 minus 2, 7. I actually got a 7.
Hey, you didn't fail. Woo.
Mechanical things are no fun. I want they come out to respond to your promo. That's what I want.
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Simon.
Not afraid of puppets. huh?
Jesus fuck God! How did you get in here?
Window was open.
Oh, hang on. I broke the overlay. There we go. Alright. You little fuzzy squirt. Just throws the bat away. It's like, I don't need a bat. Like, gets like right up in Super Brover's face. I know what this is about. This is Alistair. This isn't you. This isn't some beef I have with a tiny furry man. No. this is yet another little ploy. It's another little mind game from McCormick the Third up there, trying to show that that I am weak. But no, he doesn't understand that all this fur that you've got,
Hey,
it burns as good as anything else.
I just moosed that. You know how much pomade it takes to get a fur shine like this?
As a matter of fact, I do. It was a weird night in Atlantic City. Don't ask. Point is, you just watch yourself out there in the ring. Burn it all down, baby. And half trips over her bat as she steps backwards,
Super Brother waits while you're doing that.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Super Brother waddles over to the camera. Yeah. We all got fears. What separates the big kids from the little ones? Big kids face their fears.
Hey, shut up!
Don't listen to her. Is craft services still open?
Yeah, I think so. Let's go check it
Gotta
out.
get
They
me
had
a-
these little sandwiches earlier. Oh, they were.
And then you both go up together.
Need a sushi burrito.
I'm telling you, right? They are so good.
We're gonna go to
The camera's still running.
the cook.
Sushi burrito.
Sushi burrito.
Ah, right.
Where's the cook?
The cook.
So the cook, and I can Belmo be there with me, Simon?
Oh, sure. Yeah, hang on.
You gotta give
Well,
him
we
time.
have Super Brother and Belmo in the next segment, right?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so mean to you.
No, it's
feel
good. I
better
just
though.
have to decide which hand each one is going on.
That's what she
I'm
said.
gonna Whoa, I'm gonna preempt this. Right.
Where's this taking place?
I don't know. The cook
Is this
was-
Let's do another cooking time segment with the cook.
Oh, good.
Well, it's more like you're doing a commercial. So
Oh, I'm doing commercial.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, it could still be in the ring. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's just and the cook's like, "Welcome back, Belmo. It's good to see you again.
Lovely to see you too, Cook.
What say, Belmo? Wouldn't it be awesome if you had a cookbook for yourself that also would make it easy for you to learn how to make simple recipes like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?"
Yeah, Belmo's not clear on the concept of that one yet.
Well, now we have a special PWN and Better Buppet Bureau promoting merch, and he plops out this book, and it's like the thickest tome you've ever seen, and it literally says Cook's Own Buppet Chef's Cookbook.
It goes together like strawberries and cream,
It does.
like Hall and Oats, like salt
That's
and
right.
pepper.
and Peppa.
And he puts out like a salt shaker. He puts out like a salt and pepper shaker, and it's actually in the shape of like Belmo.
Wow. How did you know?
I just do. Also, I can thank the marketing team for that one.
Thank you, marketing team.
And that's right. So you can have your young wrestlers learn how to cook and prepare meals at home, and also learn the joy of Buppets. Most of the pages are actually just pictures of the Buppets. There's only
That's
10.
right.
There's 10
We're
recipes
visual
inside.
learners. It has accommodations for people that learn lots of different ways.
That's right.
That's great for you parents at home that read magazines about pedagogy. You know your kids better than themselves.
Oh, I will say that at the end of the book is like a picture of Super Brover, like just like ready to go. There you go.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome.
And then on the bottom of the screen it says, "Buy your," what is it called again? I did not catch the whole title.
Chef's own Buppet Chef's Cookbook.
Buppet Chef's Cookbook.
Oh, Cook's Own. I'm sorry. Cook's Own. Yeah, Buppet Chef's Cookbook.
Consistent branding.
Yeah, get it right.
Get it right.
Just love that.
And it says, "Buy now, pre-order now. Call this 1-800 number."
So many things I gotta add to the overlay.
And then it says for 3 easy payments of
Yeah,
$9.95.
so it goes to just a picture of the book, right? With the 3 easy payments of $9.95, and that gives you just enough time. And then we get back to the ring, and we see the cook like rushing out of the ring. At the announce table are Rory Cemetery, Johnny Wong, and Belmo.
I absolutely love having the Buppets on the show. Don't you, Johnny?
I do, and I really love the new merch that has been accompanied with PWN.
Indeed. Tonight we have a segment going between Phoenix, Super Brover, and Karma. I'm curious as to what this is going to be.
I am as well. I have not seen such a triple threat appear in this stage since the 1986 arena.
It's a deep cut, Johnny.
You have deep cuts. You should put bandages on them.
Indeed. You can get the new Buppet Band-Aids. Exclusive now. A PWN shot.
Keep track. I'm never
They
gonna be able to
keep
keep
your
track.
stuffing inside.
Yes. Also, while you're at it, please enjoy also the new Buppet thermos that you can now purchase also on the
It's
PWN
not just the
merch shop.
thermos. It's the lunchbox with the thermos.
Thermos, right?
Lunchbox and thermos? Are you
That's right.
listening? You consumer swine?
Someone
When
watching
did
on a
Belmo
monitor.
become a communist? It's amazing. I love it. But when did it happen?
Listen, these are radical times, and they will radicalize you.
Yeah. Understandable.
Elmo's
I get it.
puppeteer has been reading a lot of books.
Somewhere, fucking Benny's just like watching a monitor, smoking, just like with this look on it, just.
So, this is an exhibition match where it's showing the joy of Buppet wrestling and the showing off the Buppet Wrestling Time, which is another show that Alistair has in the network. And Alistair has booked Phoenix to be the Stooge. That is what this is.
Hey.
Hey! So there you go. That's what this is.
So
You're
this has the
complaining
exhibition
it's all
match.
fake anyway.
That is the realest thing you've ever said.
I didn't even hear it. What'd you say? I literally missed it.
Why are you complaining? It's all fake anyway.
So, quick rules question. Does this then carry the exhibition match stipulation, mechanically speaking? You're allowed to say no. It's one of the stipulations. It has a move attached. Thought I'd mention it. I now regret mentioning it.
Sure. Yep.
Great, I'm gonna read it real quick.
Okay. Smurf, let's announce, I guess.
Okay. The following match is an exhibition match for Buppet Wrestling Time. The rules are simple. They're the same, but with Buppets. Introducing first, representing the Better Buppet Bureau, Super Brover and Karma.
Karma comes out, but she's just like hyping. She's hyping Super Brover the whole time.
There's camera.
You can get your vibe on now, Belmo, if you want.
Thank you. Belmar can't hide. what's inside.
I love this song. I'm so glad I found it. It just makes me happy. But minus while you dance party for a second. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, Boomer, and I'm here to say I like to watch wrestling every day.
I like that. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. Oh, sorry.
And introducing next, the challenger, hailing from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 140 pounds, the artist formerly known as Ash, Phoenix.
And Phoenix like steps out and like has like a can of lighter fluid in her left hand, and like douses her right arm in it, and then as she comes back, like strikes like a blue tip match against her arm, and her whole like her forearm goes up in flames. So like she raises her hands and like her fist is just on fire, just boom. And takes a second to kind of like soak in the adulation of the crowd, and then like spins the fist to put it out, and like marches her way down to the ring is what that thing is called. Wow, my brain's melting for some reason. Down to the ring and just kind of like looks at the announcer table as she's walking by, just like shakes her head, and then reaches up and grabs the ring and pulls back and bounds herself up onto the apron, slides underneath it, and walks into the middle and crosses her arms, just kind of like looks around at this display of puppets.
What the fuck are you doing?
It's good music.
He knows what's up. Super Bro forgets me. This is good music. I picked this music.
You did. Just good music. Is Phoenix saying anything or just going with it? I don't know. She normally does, so just checking.
Rocked so hard to drop my mask. Kind of hard to put it back on. But
I'm trying. Boomer is doing his best.
watch. Come on. Hang on. Not so hard. I said no teeth.
Boomer thinks this might get the show rated a little step higher this week.
Wouldn't be the first time we were banned from Twitch.
Yeah, this is.
Fair.
This is what you want, you animals.
And Johnny Wong just is like all
Nailed it.
completely decked out in Buppet merch and shirts and and everything.
Let it not be said that I am magnanimous. For once again, we find ourselves here in this fine arena, in the most beautiful state in the city. That's backwards. In the most beautiful city in the state, this fine state of ours. Welcome, wrestling fans. And I just sort of slowly extend my hand out to what now passes for wrestling around here. Once again, I find myself, you find yourselves, we all find ourselves here for the, is this, a moment, excuse me, I just kind of like put a finger up to the referee. Excuse me, I need to go ask some people something. Lean over the ropes. Is this really what you people paid $5 a seat to see?
What move are you making?
Oh, I'm just
Making kayfabe.
I'm making ask the audience what the fuck they think, but I could make a move here.
I mean, you can make a move, or they're just gonna yell "Buppets" really, really loudly over and over and over again. So
No,
it's
that's
up to you.
That's fine. That is totally fine.
Buppets! Buppets! Buppets!
That's me.
Buppets!
Puppets.
Buppets! Buppets!
Gotta give the people what they want.
Puppets. You know, you do.
And Carmen's gonna walk up to you. She's like, "Okay, we all know I'm a huge fan, but I need to make Thanks.
And then just kind of like, without even looking at her, slowly hand it over. And at that point, I think I am doing a move. Because I have a move called Are You Not Entertained? When you suffer injury, go down in the face of overwhelming odds, or endure humiliation. Roll plus real.
Roll that plus real.
I'm gonna roll plus real.
Delmo is low-key sliding out of his shirt.
Oh no!
You can see his supple shoulders. Draw me like one of your French puppets.
God.
Rats, wherever shall I go? Whatever shall I do?
I legit did not need to see that much of his gullet. That's really unsettling.
Super Brover, could you help him out?
I'm trying, Hoss, but it's a challenge.
Roll the 6. I'm gonna spend a momentum. Put that up to a 7.
Mr. Butler, I'm not used to this.
The sideways.
Elmo has always relied on the kindness of strangers.
I'm
Why
sorry.
do you- why
I
do
know
you-
I needed to get control of this, but I can't right now because I'm laughing so hard I'm crying. Okay.
He
okay,
looks so creepy like that. Like, what is his neck thing? All right.
I'm sorry. What? Okay. What does your move do, Fox? I'm sorry.
Fucking, I don't know.
I can't look at Simon. I can't look at Simon.
I got a 7. It means I get to pick some shit off a list. But what even matters anymore? I don't know. Yeah, I could have creative book me in a revenge match. I figured that would just put us right back here again.
You can't fight creative. You can't book yourself against creative.
I want +1 audience. Fuck it.
Take it.
Yeah,
Oh
take the
my
audience.
God.
I'm taking the audience. I'm going to 4 audience. What's up?
You made me have to bring out a Kleenex. Oh, okay. All right. Karma.
Hand the microphone to Karma.
Karma's like, "Hi, friends. I'm so
Okay.
glad you're all here today. And we're here to showcase my. I'm good. I grabbed one. I'm good. I'm gonna grab one. Got one. I'm good. We're here to showcase the awesome and fun wrestling moves of the Buppet Wrestling League, showcased by Super Brover and my best friend Phoenix. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Brother, I was stitched ready.
I'm gonna turn you into scrap. It's the only fabric thing I can think of off the top of my head in short order. It's not very
No,
good.
it was good. It was good. It was good. I'm validating you. I know it's hard sometimes to
You know, I just
riff in
really
the
don't
moment.
feel like I don't get a lot of respect around here. It's why I get booked in these kinds of matches.
Okay, so
You ever just feel the whole world's against you, you know? It's just like... You try, you put in the time, you put in the work. You're really easy to talk to, you
this
know?
is called
Everybody ever tell you that?
this is called a diving clothesline. So you're the stooge, and Super Brover is going to exhibit the diving clothesline.
Attention, friends. Observe now as I deliver upon Phoenix an absolutely righteous diving clothesline from the top rope.
Yeah.
How high are these ropes?
And then, yeah, you just jumped out and you get her in the chest or the neck. It's either one of those, and you clothesline her and just like whap her back.
Bam. Eat it.
What a clinical clothesline by Super Brover. Johnny, I have not seen a Buppet execute a cleaner clothesline than that one.
I've seen professional wrestlers who've done sloppy work, and this is quite refreshing.
Super Brover has been training for that one for 3 weeks.
Man, 21 days can go a long way.
Indeed, it shows the dedication of the Buppets.
This
It
is
was
called.
quite literally made for this.
I think, like, unless you want to narrate. Okay, actually, I'm a little confused as how mechanically this works.
This is just. It's just gonna continue to show off wrestling moves unless you fight back.
Okay.
This is just punitive to be a shit to you.
Oh. Okay.
This is
That's
creative
right, get dunked on.
messing with Phoenix.
Sucker!
So this is karma just continuing
Mouse
to
on this
list
guy.
out.
Sorry. Grandma was watching Sifril and Ollie before this. Was thinking a lot about Precious Roy.
So this is literally.
I can bring it
just-
back and have him. If you really want to know where that voice came from, it's basically Precious Roy.
Anyway,
so it's literally just karma listing off moves that Super Brover is doing.
No,
as he does
no, I
them
just,
to Phoenix.
yeah, I wasn't sure because normally like wrestling and then there has
Yeah.
like people have narrative control and then that's who's like in
Yeah.
control. But that isn't happening here. This is like doing a segment backstage. Perfect. Now that I'm on I follow, like no wrestling is actually happening here. Then in that case, okay, when she gets hit, Phoenix no sells. It just whoop and there's a puppet like wrapped around her friggin' neck and she's just like looks down and then looks over at the announcer table with this hangdog like and then flies backwards, like does this very obvious like lean forward and then way fly backwards. When she hits the mat, like her legs kick way up into the air and then all four limbs slam down simultaneously.
So this will just continue on.
Get off of me.
Yeah, okay,
Just
it's
go.
good because I'd pin you right now, but I got more moves to show off.
Go, just chop chop.
So it just continues on with like a moonsault, senton, like shooting star, all of these top rope moves. Yeah, it's just like,
Rainbow Ridge.
sure, whatever you want to call them. Just like all these top rope, like super showy moves.
They give me like a submission hold at one point. I'm just like sitting there with my other like my hand on like my elbows. They've got my arm just like the people I've wrestled, the heights I have been to. Ow, that hurts quite a lot. Tap. There you
Phoenix
go.
is struggling against. Look at the incredible pain of this. She's
Oh God, I'll never
She's not
wrestle
doing
again.
she's
Tap,
not
tap.
doing it.
She's given up, Belmo.
You know what that means.
She's weak.
She's not selling it.
Her
Remember
spirit's
your
been crushed.
contract, Phoenix. You do understand what I'm trying to tell you, don't you?
Just with that face.
Phoenix is gonna just stand up in the middle of the ring with like Super Brover still like attached to her arm, just like trying to like can't do a hold. I'm standing around with you walking. And like walks over to the announcement table. Actually, no, she just walks over to she gets onto the apron and then gets up onto the top rope of the ring and dives like elbow with Super Brover attached first into the announcer table.
Rory will get up and try and intercept to protect Belmo.
My God! I've never seen such an incredible act of athleticism from Phoenix, but also Belmo is very small. Belmo is about to be very flat.
Johnny will save Belmo.
Want to see a contract? Let's reach new heights with these fucking contracts. And I jump off.
Now you're starting a wrestling match.
I don't know. Maybe.
Open this.
I would like to do something.
What are you doing?
Please.
Okay, I would like to use
Oh, this might just be an
Showstopper.
athletic feat, actually.
Oh, Ron's?
No,
Showstopper? Oh.
no. This is the vessel.
Okay.
So once per episode, I can appear in any segment and turn it into something about me.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
So, Kate, we'll just say real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot that there's a genericized like athletic feat move. When
Oh,
you
yeah,
demonstrate
okay.
your extraordinary strength or athletic ability, then there's a move for that.
Oh yeah.
Would you like me to roll that here?
Yeah. And then we'll do.
And then we'll
the
have. And then I
Showstopper.
can't
Yeah.
wait. And then I
I
can't
cannot
wait.
wait.
This is gonna be
Oh,
great.
What the hell is my body? My body is alright, a -1. Yay.
It's trash.
You're not wrong, Bilmo. Oh, a 5.
Oh.
I have 1
Ooh.
momentum on a botch. Take an injury and +1 momentum.
Can Belmo put you over?
Belmo will put you. Yeah.
Well, no, because this isn't a wrestling match.
It's close enough, and in this instance, because it's a segment that's out in the ring, yes, I will rule as the GM that Belmo can put you over. If Belmo wants to, since Belmo is the object of your fame.
In that case, I get a
It
7.
is for going to be crushed by the incredible might of Phoenix as she dives off the top rope.
I think actually has to lean into how anime this has gotten. As she goes up, she's like the spotlight is backlit behind her, and her eyes are like literally on fire as she comes flying in. It's all completely in shadow and backlit except for her glowing fiery eyes. I rolled a 7.
Holy shit.
It's cool, but you show the strain. Gain +1 momentum and pick either. Let's see. You do it, but it hurts. You have to forfeit your next scheduled match while you recover, or someone steps in to cover for you and you pull it off with their help. If it's another player wrestler, they gain +1 momentum. Now, the vessel was about to come in anyway. So I think I'd like someone to step in to cover for me, and I pull it off with their help, which is the vessel. You gain +1 momentum.
Ooh.
As do I.
And I'm playing the vessel's music, right?
Yeah.
So how do you help me with this absurd dive attack that I'm doing onto the table?
The vessel comes from behind the announcer table from like the crowd and shoves Rory and Johnny off to the side so that you just connect with Belmo, which was your actual target.
There's just the call of like a
It's
bird
like
call.
everything just like cuts into slow-mo as Phoenix just lands on top of Belmo. Super Rover's like, no. Karma's like, the vessel. What is the vessel doing? The vessel is like, it's just moved.
Phoenix, I have been watching you for some time now. You have lost who you are. I would like to take you on a journey so that you can reclaim yourself.
I stand up from the wreckage of the table that has been split in twain. There's small flecks of flame at the impact point. As I just sort of like stand up, and I still have Super Brover attached to my arm. Just, and I'm trying to look at the dude, and it's like, what?
I will be your ghost of wrestling past, present, and future. You have become the Scrooge upon this wrestling environment.
Oh my god.
Are you for real right now?
Rawr, rawr. I'm trying to chew on your arm. Can you at least
Stop.
pretend like it hurts?
It does actually hurt a little bit. Would you knock it off?
I'm trying.
Well, stop.
I think my tooth is stuck in your
Yeah, I know. It's like,
clavicle.
listen, if anybody, stop it. If anybody's a Scrooge around here,
It is you! I have proclaimed it!
damn it. No, not me.
It's true, he did.
Hey, would you help, little sock puppet?
I'm being crushed.
Freaking furball down there.
The pain. The agony. The suffering.
I put my boot down on top of Velmo's head. Stop that. So I'm now like, I've got one foot up on a puppet, another one I'm kind of like trying to shake off my arm as he digs in. Listen, I'm the friggin' emblem of this company in terms of what it's capable of. Shaking and stopping.
You have become the essence of nothing.
Alright,
Look at what you have become. You are shaking a puppet. You're claiming victory over the furry friends of our children. They teach numbers and letters to our youth, and you are crushing them
Take my boot
because
off,
you
Velma.
have lost yourself.
Well, I heard that in a song that you really should lose yourself in the moment and
Oh,
to the music,
no.
and that I only got one shot at this, man.
And you have blown it.
Oh, Mom Spaghetti.
It is
I was
time
gonna say,
to.
is that a new cologne?
It's time to reclaim
Ah, he goes flying.
your past glory.
What past glory? I haven't had a
Come
chance to
with
have any glory.
me, and
Okay.
you will see
A
a
world
world
of pure imagination?
in which you took a different path. As the vessel, I have access to all of time and space, and I can show you every outcome. I have a perfect record. I have both won and lost every match that I have ever been in.
Okay, fuck it.
Sounds like a bad record.
Take my hand, and we will travel.
Come with me.
Either this becomes Never-Ending Story or this becomes Aladdin. One of the two.
I don't know how Alistair is responsible for this, but okay.
And when they they clasp hands, both of them disappear from the arena.
Perfect.
R is for regret.
And then it's just the camera goes to poor Belmo laying on the ground in the wreckage of the announce table as Rory and Johnny like rush over to try to help him.
Super Brover runs over
Yeah.
from his being thrown against the ropes
Yeah.
and
And
scoops
Karma's
up
like,
Delmo.
no, my friend.
I need a medic.
Oh God, he's got
Medic!
stuffing coming out everywhere.
We got a man down. I need 50
so-
cc's of felt stat.
So you actually see Johnny actually pull out a sewing kit with felt and just starts grabbing the sewing needle.
Johnny's like, come on, I got this.
I got this. I got this.
So cold.
And then,
It's gonna be
and then,
okay,
like, and then
buddy.
you've got the ref comes up like, get the camera away, get the camera away.
Get that camera out of the face. No pictures. No pictures.
And then and then moves.
Again, we cut one more time back to poor Benny. Just
It pans out, and Ron is standing right next to Benny, and he just goes, "What the fuck is this?"
Elder Grover. Was I a good boy?
You're not gonna die, Belmo.
Don't you
You're
die
not
on
gonna
me.
die.
You son of a bitch.
I killed Belmo.
What is going on today? Oh my gosh! You know, my friends,
Wow. Wow.
I did not think that it could get weirder than the first match. I was wrong.
Welcome to season 2, y'all. Buckle up.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
This is like
air
the
out
second
those hands,
episode.
Simon. Air out those hands.
You're every one of you is extremely lucky because you're getting the ones that have the moisture wicking guts.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
I love moisture gut. Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. These ones don't have that.
I'm so sorry. Oh, but oh my goodness. Wow. I feel like we need a moment of silence to
Rip Belmo.
what
Let
just
me,
happened?
let me darken the ring.
Let me just wait.
F
Rip
some
Delmo.
shit from Delmo.
That's in Jeff for Velmo. Oh my god. Woo.
Whew. I don't.
You were gonna go to another segment after that.
I was, and I don't even know what I can't. I can't. I just. Wow.
You built this.
I did. What did I
Ultimately,
do?
this is on your head.
What did I do? Okay, no, this is great.
I don't know, Kate.
I
don't know.
Wait. Okay.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
No, you're not. The vessel is amazing, and I love him already.
Don't you
Oh
dare
my
apologize.
God.
Don't you never.
I literally have Ghost of Wrestling, past, present, and future. The vessel in Phoenix. That's gonna be a thing now.
I've been jumping through space and time, and I cannot wait to see what the next 3 scenes with her are. Even if we don't get to them today, I don't care. I can't wait.
No. We're not getting them today. Next week there will be a scene that will be past. The week after that, present. The week after that, this is gonna be a long game.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen all in one episode. No. I have ideas. Okay, anyway, but Death Blossom. What are you doing to get ready for your match? Or do you need a minute?
I have to turn off the lizard brain for a second.
I know, because it's like
cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Holy
yes!
Okay, I have to look at chat.
I'm gonna
I've
have
not
a
been looking at
fucking
chat. I need to look at chat. Oh my gosh! Yeah, and then our warning comes up. PWN is an immature show for mature audiences. Heads up. It's true. You're welcome.
Truer fucking words were never spoken.
Yep.
Sweet Christmas.
Oh, so good.
Well, we're about to get Christmas.
Great. I think Death Blossom is in the weight room.
Okay.
In one hand, she's pumping a free weight, doing some curls. With the other, she reaches over and she spins something. The camera cuts back. There's a giant roulette wheel that's spinning. And around it is a bunch of numbers and then various wrestling moves all over them. And she's got a dart in one hand. And so she's curling like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throws the dart. And it lands on the wheel as it comes to a close. No, I don't like that one. Damn. I gotta get inside her mind. What does she do? She's all gambling. Everything's a game to her. Well, I have to meet her on her level. I have to stoop to the idea that everything is up to chance. That nothing means anything. It's all just odds and ends and 15 on red. And don't hit on 16.
Really don't.
I don't know. Forget this, and she just picks up the roulette wheel. And I think just smashes it to the ground. And picks up the free weight and chucks the free weight on top of it.
I love it.
I don't need any of this crap. I'm Death Blossom. I've already died twice. What's the Over-Undertaker gonna do? Bleed on me?
And the window outside, like, the camera pulls back through the window, and, like, the Over-Undertaker is, like, pressed up against the wall with, like, her shades kind of slightly pulled down, and is, like, looking in, listening to this conversation. When you, like, slam down the weights and stuff, she's like, Gigantic phone comes back out again. Yeah. I got a problem needs solving. There's good money in it for you.
And we are back out at the ring. with Rory and Johnny back at the table.
New table or same table?
No, there's a new
Karen?
table.
There's a new table.
There's always a new table.
Well, we got a hell of a match today. Death Blossom versus the Over Undertaker. What are your odds for this match, Johnny?
Well, according to my ticket, and he pulls out a ticket, we have Death Blossom at the odds of 16-9.
16-9 victory. I think those are pretty good odds. I would take that bet.
Yeah, I did too. I put my second mortgage on it.
Oh, buddy.
Johnny, why? Sweet baby, no.
Okay, so Jackie's characters are bad with money. That's what we're learning. Oh.
I really don't know how to follow that one up.
Well, I mean, it can't be that bad.
Our next match is scheduled for one
Yep.
fall. Introducing first, hailing from Boyles Heights, California, weighing in at 160 pounds, Death Blossom.
The screen on the opposite side of the ring comes up with a barren field. It looks like somewhere in like Generico, Arizona.
Generizona.
A tumbleweed blows by, and the camera focuses on a skull, a cow skull. And suddenly, buds come out of the dirt, and these flowers and roses like wrap their way around the cow skull, and then fill the dry desert plains, and out of them comes a silhouette on the screen. As the silhouette rises up, Death Blossom steps out. She's shuffling a deck of cards as she strides her way towards the ring with her mask on. And she's like tossing them behind her as she goes. She finally gets to one, turns to the camera. It's the Ace of Spades, and she tears it in half with her teeth, and then tosses it aside and climbs into the ring.
Well, the Queen of Thorns is making quite a statement here, ripping up the Ace of Spades. What do you think, Johnny?
I think it's good odds, and also I have now decided to also add in the extra savings that I had put away.
Oh, buddy, no.
Okay, Johnny. Okay.
I just like hurting myself.
Oh, Jackie, no. Introducing next, hailing from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 130 pounds, the Over Undertaker.
And she steps out in her giant, obnoxious pink fur coat and her shades on, and she's just fanning herself with a bunch of money as she just sort of like regards the crowd. And then very carefully like puts it all back up into a bundle, puts it into her coat, and then drops her coat to the floor and walks down the ramp, just like one, that model walk with like one foot in front of the other, swinging her hips as she goes, and very delicately like gets her way up to the ring, walks along the outside edge of it, like with her hand on the top rope, just kind of like walking. her like Titantron equivalent is just like it's a gold background, and then it's like it flashes up like $$, $$, and that turns and it just says money, money, money flashing. Like, just awful. And as she like ducks down through the ropes, like steps into the ring, she goes over and procures a microphone and just says, "I would like to announce that I am offering a $5,000 prize to anyone here today who thinks they could take this wrestler on my behalf. If I have any takers, any takers, any takers." Besides me, of course. No? Nothing? It's an audience full of cowards up here in this little pissant town of yours?
Oh, cheap heat.
Too much granola in your diets?
Damn.
Unbelievable. Fine, you just can kiss $5,000 a goodbye. And yeah, I'm trying to pull some cheap heat.
Yeah, I figured.
I would like to take a momentum, please.
Yeah.
That move still works the same, right? I just realized. I should double check that.
I think so.
Yeah, it's still +1 momentum.
Sick.
Yeah.
Hooray. Momentum. I love it. And then
Okay.
clearly sweating, the Over-Undertaker turns to face Death Blossom.
And Death Blossom starts out with control of the match.
He's been rolling her eyes this whole time. All right, let's open this bit up. Death Blossom's in control. So I think to start it off, she walks, just walks right up to the Over-Undertaker, and just like tries to stare her down for a second. Like, she's not mechanically trying to stare her down. She's just like,
Yeah.
up in her face. And then goes for let's say, it's not the most friendly thing. I think she's like sometimes going back into her darker side briefly.
Yeah.
She like turns around and then swings back and goes for an elbow to the face to knock the Over-Undertaker down, and then just like walk away and like raise her hands up. Go, you can't buy skill, and I got that in spades.
So, you can, yeah, I would
No, you
say
don't ate that
roll
card.
plus work,
Yeah,
and then
I think I'm also trying to work,
work
the
the
audience.
audience. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too as well.
Yeah.
Pump him up.
All right, so there's my wrestling, which is a 6.
Okay, good, good. Do you have
which
momentum? Are you? going to
I
use?
spent both of my momentum that I start
Okay.
with. So I botched the spot. Your opponent describes how they counter you or saves you from disaster and takes control of the match.
Ooh. So, wait, we never heard the bell, did we? I just realized.
We did.
Or did
We
we?
Ooh.
Damn. I thought for a second. I don't remember hearing. Okay, damn it. I was hoping. All right. Then in that case, I think rather than avoiding it, I think it's more interesting if Taker just kind of like she yelps and like corkscrew spins and like really oversells it, like slams to the floor, just like shouting and like grabbing her face, like god, oh. It's just this little
Yeah, because she
elbow
wasn't
hit.
doing it that hard, right? and
No,
it's-
she kind of like screwed up like the step on it. Like Death Blossom didn't quite like it clearly. In fact, it clearly doesn't connect. But the Over-Undertaker super sells it crazy hard anyway.
And then to work the audience, I had an 11. They pop big. I don't have a momentum to spend to give myself heat, but I will just bask in the moment and take the +1 momentum that it gives me.
Nice. Perfect.
So she's just showboating,
I love it.
but it means that the Over-Undertaker has control.
Yes.
Which is while she's showboating, like I just kind of like, and then, like suddenly stop, just like okay, she's not looking. Reach under the like under the apron a little bit, just like kind of reach down there, like to pull out. And I pull out oh god, what's a good appropriate illegal object at that point for her?
Golf club.
Brass knuckles?
Kendo stick.
Bundle of money.
Yeah, kendo stick, brass knuckles.
I kind of like brass knuckles actually, cause yeah, in fact, actually that's what it is. She just like reaches into the top of a wrestling gear and like pulls out a pair of brass knuckles and slides them on.
It has like the money symbols all across the.
It's just a big dollar sign ring thing like, across all
better.
4. And like she gets up and turns around, as she starts to walk towards Death Blossom, and then just kind of like drops something on the ring near the ref, who like looks down at this like it's like a $5 bill or something, just tosses that on the ground, and the ref like looks at it, and while the ref is like looking away, she kind of like grabs Death Blossom by the shoulder, and like spins her around to get her in the gut, and then in the jaw, and just like send her just boom, like just, boom, pow, as she goes to the floor.
Yeah.
And then as she hits the floor, just like puts a boot like right in her ass.
Roll plus, I'm assuming work.
Or body.
Or
It'd be
yeah, it could be
entertaining.
body, but it's not really. It could be signature maneuver. Yeah.
I'm bad at both. I guess this is kind of, let's see, showcase your technique. Yeah, I guess this is her technique as being, she's not good at wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My work is a -1. That should be fun. Aha. 8. -1 is a 7. I got a 7. Hey. 7 and 9. I'm gonna take +1 momentum and hand the match, momentum and control the match back.
Okay. So you just slammed her.
Yeah, it's just got her in the gut, got her in the jaw, and then kicked her to the floor, while the ref is sitting there going like, oh, hey, $5.
Yep. I love it.
So she like wipes the blood from her face from getting punched. And she goes, "It's like that, huh?" So we go back to the classic, like, first season Death Blossom, where she gets up in her brawler stance, and she goes, slam, slam, slam. It's the 1, 2, 3, driving the Over-Undertaker back up against the ropes. And this is the extended sequence that I want to work with here is like, does a leg sweep. She's like, okay, now you're looking up here, right? Like fakes out, like jab, jab, and then goes for a leg sweep to knock the Undertaker down onto the ground, kicks her out of the ring, and then while she's like getting back up, backs up, and then dives into the tope con hilo where she goes through the ropes and then goes for the bam out of it. So now we're
Nice.
wrestling out of the ring.
I love it.
And I want that to be work, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's
That's
a very
much
technical
work.
move.
Very technical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rory, it looks like this has turned into quite the brawl.
They are
that's a
certainly
9.
not pulling anything back here tonight.
It's a 9, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Were those brass knuckles I saw?
Think so. That would be quite underhanded.
That's why I punched her in the gut. Underhanded move.
I'm going to hand control of the match back to the Over-Undertaker and get the +1 momentum.
You are out of the ring, and the referee starts to count.
Yep.
Okay.
So, you know.
let's see, what do I want to do now that I'm out here? I think in all of that scuffle, like I definitely like the brass knuckles like got dropped and went like spinning off somewhere, so she doesn't have her weapon anymore. And I think it's a lot of like as like we're sort of scrambling to get up, and you like at that point, the Undertaker just is like, oh shit, and like just starts running around the ring, just trying to get away from you. Like not even just it's just like it's a lot of like hands on the apron, kind of like that's gonna make her run faster somehow. As Death Blossom is just doing this like Terminator march after her. And I think like the Taker starts to get a little bit of like distance and like is starting to like put the ring like between the two of them as Death Blossom just kind of like just gets tired of it and like in just a quick couple of bounds like bounds up onto the apron and then with one leg pushes up, bounds onto the top rope from there. And so it's like, imagine like, so here's, I need a square hand. Oh god, square, there we go, square, right? And basically, she's gonna cut the corner of the arena, just going boop boop, and then off the top rope to cut that corner as I'm like rounding it, and just like goes over that side of it, and just plants this unbelievable drop kick into the back of the Undertaker.
Nice.
Who is going to splatter onto the floor. That feels like it is perhaps working with an opponent to showcase an innovative or exciting maneuver.
Yeah, that seems like heat.
Cool, because I have +1 heat with Death Blossom. And I rolled a 7.
Nice. Are you keeping control or handing it off?
I don't have a good idea for what comes next, so I'm gonna hand it off and take the momentum.
Makes sense.
So we've done that slam. I think now that we're here, Death Blossom goes in for the pin, and goes for I think like a figure 4, like just the leg locks. She's got these powerful kicking legs, so she's like trying to really use that strength to keep the Undertaker on the ground, like and yelling like, "Are you ready to tap out? You know they say in Vegas you should quit while you're ahead."
I wouldn't bet on that. I want to, since we're down like by the ring again, I would like to burn 2 momentum to use my heal move.
Yeah, baby.
There you go.
Because what I want to do is like reach again underneath the ring. For like it's just one cuff of a set of handcuffs attached to something underneath the ring. And like as she's got me, I just kind of like want to like get up and like get that onto to Death Blossom's wrist and try to scramble my way back into the ring because we're still being counted out. I want to cheat in order to book myself to win a match. Basically trapping her outside the ring while the ref counts out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
In
yeah.
response,
Yeah.
I would like to spend my 2 momentum to expose villainous behavior to book a cheater to lose a match.
Oh, so good!
Which is a brand new addition to the babyface move.
I love it.
It is. I love it.
How do you
So
do
I'm
this?
gonna. So I just want to add in. There is going to be a run-in now.
Yeah, I figured this. But I wanna do this bit and then we can do the run-in.
Yeah, do this
So-
bit
so
and then
like-
there's a run-in.
So yeah, like I climb into the ring and like as he's kind of like, she won't get back in. She won't get back in. Just, she won't fight me. Then I guess I win.
Rory where did those handcuffs come from?
I have no idea. Mine are here.
I love you, Rory.
Why do you have a set of handcuffs on you, Rory?
Moving on. The match is still going on.
And Taker's just like taunting, like, if you want to fight me, you gotta do it in the ring. That's the rules.
How do you want to handle this?
Yeah,
Blossom, like, I think, yanks at the thing, like, once, twice, and then the third time just, like, snaps it off.
I love it. I love it.
Climbs into the ring.
Yes.
And says, like, swings underneath. And as she's, like, doing that Terminator walk, which I love, like, she goes, that's the rules, right? Yeah, the rules also say you can't bring a pair of brass knuckles into the ring.
Ooh.
And if the ref wasn't so busy picking over a few bucks on the floor, he would have noticed that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, we can come to some kind of an agreement here, I'm sure. Listen, I'm very well connected.
You hear the motorcycle roaring, and After Dark just flies out on the motorcycle, and this is actually a lot. You see a lot more performance from After Dark because they actually get up onto the seat and jump from the motorcycle as it's moving. It's remote control.
Roll the run-in.
Yep.
Roll the run-in first. We need to know what happened.
Target's going to probably be Death Blossom.
Okay.
So it's going to be.
You did put a hit out on me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was an open invitation.
Ooh, I have 2 heat with Death Blossom, so I have a 10.
You gain +1 heat, and you pick. 9.
So I'm targeting Death Blossom. So what I think is going to happen is I'm going to go for what's going to be is that I jump in right between Death Blossom and over Undertaker, and there's a moment where it's like a standoff, right? We're both staring at each other, and then you just see quickly the After Dark lift up over Undertaker and put them over their shoulder, and literally just start walking out of the ring with them.
Which one are you picking though? Are you attacking?
So I'm picking the bottom one, so I'm basically just making this a no contest.
Interfering such that the match cannot continue.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, okay.
And and we both gain a momentum. I guess we gain momentum as well. So.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, After Dark just comes in, picks up the Over Undertaker, and just carries her out.
What in the world is happening here?
What was that?
I do not know. Roy, if it's a no contest, this is null and void, right? And he pulls up the the betting ticket.
Johnny, no!
I mean, technically somebody would be losing via disqualification, right?
Not if it's a no contest.
Well, then I guess you're safe.
I want to burn.
I had also put my children's college funds on here too, so that was great.
You have a child?
I have 3.
Oh my god! That's impossible! Get away! Before we do that, what are you doing? What are you doing?
As I'm being carried out of the ring, I just kind of like want to just like kind of like lean forward, just like, yeah, that's right. I don't gotta fight anybody I don't want to. Kind of like, and then like lean down, like upside down as I'm being carried by over the shoulder by After Dark. I could just kind of like pull out this wad of cash and go, just money really does buy happiness.
You're gonna have to double it.
Fine. And
transaction complete.
I want to burn my last 2 momentum as I continue to act with villainous intent in order to gain +1 heat with my opponent. Yep. Actually, that's what it is. You say like, yeah, it's gonna cost double, and I just like wave the money goodbye as I leave the arena with Death Blossoms. Bye.
So good.
And then I want to take +1 heat with.
Yeah, I love it.
I want that heat.
To build off of that, Death Blossom like looks around. She snatches up a microphone, and she walks around the ring. She like climbs up onto the top rope and she yells, "Is this what you wanted to see? You people out here, you came to see a wrestling match, not a travesty. I told the Over Undertaker exactly what the odds were, and she walked away like a coward. And I know all of you good people out here tonight, you paid good money to sit in these seats and watch some wrestling. You want to watch some quality entertainment, and you were all robbed. That is unjust, and I will not stand for it. This is not over. I'm coming for you, Over Undertaker. And not only that, I'm going after this After Dark character who thinks they can just waltz in whenever they want and change the match. You're going to go in the ring, head to head, and we're going to end this.
Cut a promo. Roll to cut a promo. I'm assuming that's what you're doing.
Probably.
Or-
I also wanted to spend my cheap heat,
Okay.
and then spend that cheap heat
Yeah.
to make creative book me in a match.
Yep. Can do.
Okay.
But I think it's both.
Okay. Yep.
Actually, I think I'm working the audience more than anything else.
Yeah. Sure. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That works.
100%.
Too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is plus my audience, which is plus 3,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is a 6. You've lost them.
You also have people who could put you over if they want to. Just
Definitely
wanna remind
Rory,
everybody.
and Rory is gonna put you. No, sorry, not Rory. Johnny's gonna put you over. He's gonna hear, "I need the extra cash for my college funds for my children."
You hear that? This revenge match, all proceeds go to Johnny Wong's mortgage fund. That's right. I'm a changed
By the way,
woman.
that second. Yeah,
I'm
by the
here
way,
to
that
make
second mortgage
things
is
right.
28% APR for 45 years.
Oh my gosh! Ouch! That's so painful. Why?
That's a little too real.
That's too real. Oh.
I need you to roll plus real. You just broke kayfabe.
Nah. So you gain some more momentum.
Yeah, I get the momentum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Cool. And then
Woo.
I think we cut back to the locker room with Ron Sterling standing there by the TV.
What the fuck is going on?
I just needed that for my own.
If this is going to be the end of the session,
Not quite.
not
So you
quite.
can do something, yeah.
While Ron is like, "What the fuck is going on?" I want to preview my second wrestler
Yeah, perfect. Go for
to
it.
tie it to give Ron
Yeah.
another thing to complain about.
Yeah, I love it. Go for it.
We cut to the basement of a local game store.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
We'll just use the hallway. Use the hallway. Just use the hallway.
No. I mean, oh no, in terms of who this character could be. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
We're in the basement of a local game store. There are like dusty shelves of 80s and 90s heartbreaker RPGs.
There's a fedora. I know it.
There are a number of teenage kids pushing little plastic figurines across a table of terrain and
Oh my
rolling
god,
dice.
it's getting very meta.
God.
There's posters on the walls not only that advertise various fantasy games, but also PWN. There's PWN promo posters on like a cork board. And one kid's like, "And I advance 3 spaces, and I summon the War Master." And he puts the figure down. The table crackles with lightning. In that like classic 80s way, and then the table explodes in the next like shot in the like scorch mark where the table was. There is a 6-foot tall warrior with like tanned and scarred leathery skin, skull pauldrons, a horned helmet, a claymore and a battle axe strapped across his back, furs and leather armor, and he stands in front of these kids who are like, "Whoa, that's right. I am the War Master. I have traveled across all lands, practicing the arts of battle. I have mastered all forms of combat. I have reached the final level, and now I am prepared to take the fight to the final arena, the ring of PWN. Vancouver,
I am coming for you, and I will not rest until I have conquered every last one of you puny warriors.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna end.
What the hell is going on?
I love this show!
This has been PWN Live! Vancouver, Washington. Join us next week for action.
Oh my god.
Like, fuck.
I'm so happy.
Like, I can't close the show better than that. I'm not even gonna try. No, that's the closing. Fuck.
PWN has been a production of. I forget what our
Alistair
station.
Recovery Third Enterprises. I don't even remember what my ending is because I can't. Great. It's just done. I'm done. There you go. PWN. Join us next week at 3 p.m. I don't even know.
Watch it, fuckers.
What? Shit.
Do it, you sheep.
Shit.
Damn,
We
that was
command
crazy.
it.
Lose heat with whoever you didn't have a segment with.
At least
Yep.
We will see you next week.
The vessel just comes at the end.
Oh man.
Join us
Oh,
next
man.
week for the same time and space.
I actually
We
don't
will
lose.
return to the same time and space, and you will see more combat next week.
Oh my god.
Fucking A. I actually don't lose heat with Super Brover for once.
My gosh.
Oh yeah, I'm in a feud with Diesel. Huh. Let's step that down.
Yeah, well, I could only fit so many things into this episode, especially with all
Okay.
the, bow hankersness.
I know I asked this. Oh, bow hankers. I know I ask this every week. Do I lose heat with Alistair?
No, because you yelled at him. You're good. As long as
You still yelled at
him.
him.
As long as you yell at Alistair, you do not lose heat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we
This
do
episode.
so we do our out. So everybody who's new to chat, just to let you know, we do our outros and then we hang out for about a half an hour till about 3, and answer your questions, hang out with you, debrief the episode, just to give you some time to interact with us because we don't interact as much during the episode, so we can focus on characters. Just to give you a little bit of heads up. But we do our outros first to get those out of the way. I'm gonna start with Jackie. Let's go backwards.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at DeathByMage. I had a lot of fun with this episode, and I'm one of those people who just makes a bunch of tabletop games and stuff like that. But right now, I want you to support all the wonderful things for Black Lives Matters because that actually matters. And if you can, also please, help out and do things like go support like the Trevor Project, do other important things because trans lives is also important. Please, for the love of merciful gods. So, right now the world's kind of everywhere, but right now it's more important that we just take the time to share and make sure everything is heard and that people are aware of things that are going on because there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Everything happens so much.
Yeah.
Smurf.
You can find me in my current incarnation on twitter.com under the name DSC Smurf. There's an underscore somewhere. I stream many, many times per week with Dubstat Charisma, Soul Bear RPG, Welcome Party RPG, and this fine establishment which has been resurrected.
Did we die?
I don't think we died. I don't know.
Am I
Guess we
dead?
did. Oh man.
That's what I got.
It's
So
the
what
friggin'
happened?
psychopomp voice.
All right,
Oh man.
yeah, I did die like 7 times today. It's true. Simon.
Fair point.
Cowards die several times before their deaths, but the valiant tastes of death but once. That's Shakespeare.
No
Yeah.
wonder we're
My
dying
name's
so
Simon.
much.
You can find me on Twitter at Lucha Libris. I am a TTRPG streamer. I am a game designer. You can check out my game designs at colorspraygames.itch.io. I am also a voice actor. So if you want to see more role-playing stuff, I'll be back on stream very soon at 8 o'clock tonight on Welcome to the Party, playing Arrowin, which is a Numenera game inspired thematically by Skyward Sword, which is a good time. I run a game on Welcome to the Party on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern, Unnatural Disasters. It's a good time, little Monster of the Week action. I'm also a GM for Magpie Games curated play program. If you want to pay a couple bucks and have a pro run game, get at me, magpiegames.com/curated-play. I would also request that you go check out the itch.io bundle for racial equity and justice. I have a game in there about smashing fascism through the lens of fantasy. If you want to get in on that, go check it out. It's fantastic. 1,000 games by 840 plus people that has raised $6 million in about a week. That's more than most corporations have done. Please go out there and support the fund. Get yourself educated if you're not already aware on what is happening right now in the world. Please do your research. Give to queer causes, give to Black creators, and keep your heads up. It's a long fight, but we are in it for the long haul.
Thanks. Fox.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, where you can find me being an angry transsexual. You can also catch me Monday nights over at twitch.tv/devilsluckgaming as part of their Stellar Age game, Stellar Age Arbiter's Ascent 0532 Second Apex. Hey Conry, I can say it and I can remember it. Why can't you, buddy?
Kevin said it last night perfectly.
Yeah. So, what's up, GM? Your move. You can also catch me Tuesday nights over at twitch.tv/WelcomePartyRPG as part of their Rifts game, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome. Being trans is a lot. And Black Lives Matter. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Kate. I do a lot of streaming on the internet, more than I was. And tonight, I'll be over at twitch.tv/SoManyGames with Jackie down there. Because I'm on two different screens, don't mind me.
He's right here. You're here.
I know, it's so hard when I'm on different
here.
screens.
You're here. He's here.
Okay, well, wherever Fox is pointing.
He's here.
In a Dragonlance D&D 5e game, where I play an evil necromancer, and he plays a...
I'm just a weirdo.
Yeah, weirdo.
Good necromancer.
An evil...
I'm not really a necromancer.
So you're really
Shocking.
stretching. You're really stretching for this
girl
role.
wizard.
Eagle. And then on Tuesday nights, I'm over on Welcome Party RPG with Fox for Blood, Dirt, and Chrome. And on Thursday nights, I am over back on So Many Games for the Call of Thursday Idol of Blood game. I love it so much. I know you hate it, but I love it.
It's good. No, it's fucking...
Yeah, I make things like overlays like this and logos and stuff. So hit me up if you want stuff made. And again, Black Lives Matter. Get that bundle. It's amazing. Holy moly. Seriously.
Yep. I have 3 games in there.
Get more if you can. Like, give more if you can. But, like, that's a killer bundle. I picked it up. It's fab. And trans rights. Come on, people. Seriously.
Human beings matter.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's focus on Black lives right now and trans people, because
have you met me? What am I gonna do with healthcare? Like, honestly.
No, that's bullshit. I'm
You
so
need
mad about
healthcare.
that. Let's
We need
bullshit right now. Anyway, so
healthcare.
Oh, did he? I don't know if he put them up yet. So I would like to mention the PWN incentives for Maddie's thing, because I gave him stuff, but I don't know if he put them up yet. But I gave Maddie some PWN incentives for his bail fundraiser for LGBTQIA+ people. but I don't know if he's put them up yet. Oh, Amy did. Perfect. They're up. All right. So over on So Many Games channel, he is raising money for the LGBTQIA plus, I think is what it is, bail fund. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so we are giving away cool. We are giving away some PWN prizes. Are all 3 of them up, Amy? I'm gonna wait for her to let me know, but I know for sure we have a PWN prize pack, which includes a Progressive Wrestling Network shirt that looks like this. Ooh. Cool. It includes that. I need to pull it up to make sure I've got it.
You'll also have seen it rotating down here in this little box down here. It's one of those
Marketing.
Hey, it's a thing. Oh, thank you for putting the thing in the chat. Amy, you are the best.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
I don't see them on there, but I don't know. Oh, there they are. Ahaha. Shirts, an NPW of your creation. You get art prints of the 4 original player wrestlers, which you saw in the slideshow today. That's art created by Evan Jennings. I don't know exactly which one he wants to share, where he wants me to share his info yet, so that I'm waiting back to hear from him to get that for you. And I think it's an NPW of your creation to be used in this game.
There's one. There's Death Blossom right now.
Yeah. And then
what about? We could probably share his Instagram, right? Because that's where he takes his commissions.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the one. I don't know if that. I want to make sure it's the right Instagram. So if you have it, share it. I don't know if it's the right one. Or also, there's also a prize pack. You can get the 4 art prints, just of the player wrestlers, and you could also have a personal PWN session for 4 people run by me. So give your money. It's an awesome charity. Give your money. Support LGBTQ people who are protesting right now and getting arrested for it. Because we support that. I can't go out and protest right now, and I want to support as many people as I can. So let's do that. All right.
I've done it, and let me just say, I can confirm the Sun is a fascist.
The Sun is terrible.
My arms came back the color of that diesel cart that's currently up right now.
Oh no.
It's awful.
Wow.
Y'all need a cigarette after that game. What the fuck?
Yeah. Also, feel free to ask questions, chat, if you have any. We're around.
Did any wrestling happen this week?
Oh my god,
I tried to.
Session.
Yeah. I would apologize, but she sucks. By design, she just sucks.
I will say that After Dark intentionally waited for Over Undertaker to sweat a little bit before going out intentionally.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But that was the thing. It's like I figured like if anybody wanted to bite on that hook, they could. If not, I had the what's it called? The heel move, just like waiting in the wings, and I could have like pulled some bullshit with that. But certainly, I wanted to give folks a chance to like jump in if they wanted to, because apparently I've got my motorcycle friend on speed dial.
There are no other Buppets that you did not see today as of this moment. There are Buppets under construction.
In production.
But they will look like those, just different colors.
Yeah.
So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, there are things in the works. There are thoughts in the works.
There are thoughts in the works and some ideas as we go forward, because Buppets seem to be a thing that people seem to really like. Yes, puppets roll dice. If you, they are well made. Simon's partner
or girlfriend.
Girlfriend. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm using the right.
To both.
Okay, girlfriend partner makes them, and they're fantastic.
I don't know why that's funny.
Yeah, at Puppets Roll Dice on Twitter.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They are.
And I don't know when the Nutcrackers are. Oh, yeah. Okay, go get it.
God.
Oh,
we
Lord.
wondered as well when we would be returning.
I can't believe that thing's just fucking sitting on your desk.
I know. I still can't believe you had a freaking Nutcracker over there. Who
It's
are
part
you,
of my
Jackie?
decorations for my bookcase.
We all have our
Jackie's a weirdo.
our things.
Yeah.
I mean, what else am I gonna do? I mean,
I have
a
like,
thing.
my compatriot has
I
returned.
love how you have a thing. I just have a flower. Like I'm not. It's just a flower.
Oh, God, this thing weighs
That's
a
what sits on
ton.
my desk. Like I don't.
Yeah,
got
I
no-
know.
Like,
That's
Don't hurt
adorable
yourself.
though.
He doesn't look like this anymore.
yeah, I'm about to say, like, what do I have on my desk? It's like, hey,
They changed him.
Here's a controller. I have a controller on my desk.
I have a controller.
Hair
I
tie.
also have a convenient black.
I
mage
also have a
and
controller.
available at all times.
Like who doesn't have a controller on their
It's-
desk?
I've got.
I have a blender.
I forgot
I
about the
swear.
goddamn smoothie.
I did
Smoothie.
not. I pour it every so often.
I got so focused on the gameplay, I forgot about the smoothie.
Oh my god.
It's
That
a
was a good smoothie.
fox.
Facts.
Nah, I'm not coming back anymore. This is me now. Because people are fucking pulling smoothies and shit off their desk. I'm done.
I have this though.
I'm just
This is me
done.
now.
This is who I am.
It's
This
not
is
a.
what you've done to
It's
me.
not a phase.
This is my favorite though. Yo, if I can get it to. Oh, can I get it to?
Furry rights.
Keep going.
It's very bright. Sorry.
No, if you do the.
There.
Well, the thing is, because her ring light's right there, I think it's gonna get washed
yeah,
out,
that's why.
unfortunately.
It just says all your faves are gay.
It's true.
It's true, man. Sorry.
I also love that I will say for what I love today was for After Dark where everyone's just like,
do
what
have my
what
sunglasses.
are they?
What?
I was making Kavinsky jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what those were.
yep,
good jokes.
it's great. I love it, and I love that little bit with
There we go.
with Ron just going, what the fuck?
What the fuck was that?
Ron's gonna be mad next week. He's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
good.
No, I am so into this whole, like, we've just bought in totally to, okay, no, this is just like magical reality now, and
Yep, why not?
we're gonna make it anime, and fuck it, like, I'm
I'm gonna bring
so
in
here for
Gabriel
that.
Garcia Marquez and wrestle as him.
I just
yeah.
I can't get over the fact that you literally just brought in a RPG character. Like how meta can you get?
Yeah, he's from Battle
Fucking-
Axe,
I
the
fucking
popular
love it.
miniatures game.
I
Oh, of
love it
course.
so much.
It's made by Play, what's another name for a workshop? Fuck, I'm blanking.
Play Studio?
Play Garage. Fuck.
Ooh, Play Garage.
Play
Yeah, I
Garage.
like
I like
a
that.
play garage is something way different.
it. No, that's Play Basement.
Game
Play Basement.
Garage, so it's GG.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It's Game Garage. I
Game
like
Garage.
that. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit. No, I love
This
it.
this is the depths that we will go.
He fights in service of the almighty empress, you know, like you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. That's her name. You know.
Yeah.
The forces of pandemonium. Four gods of pandemonium.
Yep.
All that
Oh,
evil that
man.
lives in the distortion.
hmm
Oh no.
Maze.
And the
god of blood.
olders.
The older.
Folks, we're just gonna sit here and crack ourselves up with Games Workshop jokes for the next 4 hours. Buckle up.
But also just
They
Welcome
deserve it.
They do.
But
I
also
agree.
just welcome to what we do when we get off of the game call. Like when we close the stream and this is what we do. So we're just
This is
inviting
literally
you
what
into
we
our
do.
world.
Ah,
This
God.
is literally all
This
we
is-
ever do.
This is
Like
this.
so blah 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 blah.
I'm very excited to tell the tale of Scrooge through the eyes of the vessel and Phoenix.
No, I'm so excited for this. It was
So
like the
excited.
moment you said it, I was like, oh, that's happening. That's
Oh, I was
totally
like,
happening.
Bananas.
this is the best thing ever.
I was like,
So
ooh,
I
that's
didn't realize we're gonna
happen.
get the Christmas Carol, which is one of my favorite Christmas stories.
Here's what I have to ask, because I'm totally down for this either way. But like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so if we're like out of time and space, and you were to do this like one episode at a time,
Yeah.
So does that mean that like those two characters just won't be appearing outside of like these weird segments?
Yep.
Do we still? Okay, interesting. All right.
I
Phoenix
hope
is,
you're
is
okay
he gonna
with that.
wrestle for a while?
I hope you're okay with that.
No,
You
that's what I'm
have other
saying. It's like
characters
I'm
who
here
can
for it. I've
wrestle.
got another wrestler. I don't care, and
Yeah.
I'll. Listen, all right, I'm gonna share a little fucking secret with everybody at the table. That's the part I'm not good at because I'm not familiar with wrestling. Like, not in the mechanical sense of it. Like, despite years of playing Fire Pro, like I don't know. But
Hey,
so
Fox.
I will act weird in another time and space.
Hey,
Totally.
Fox. Get good.
You don't need to be so judgmental. Eh, You over there. I can fucking
Is
see
this
you.
Is this a furry stream now?
Ew,
So what if it is?
God.
Huh? You want to make something of it, punk?
Yes, their heat can be frozen for those episodes. I think that's only fair. I think it's not fair to make their heat be affected.
yeah.
And the feet,
Yeah.
the heat of other people with them as well. I think that's a wise move, and probably what I would have come up at at
The
the end
heat
of the
must be
episode.
hot no more.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Good idea.
What will be rightfully right and wrongfully wrong? Now that's an Ultimate Warrior joke.
I
That's
know,
awesome.
Lucha. Are you
Yeah.
excited? So the Lucha Bear is gonna be in. So I am gonna be jamming a game for the Oasis of Hope. Stream over on Thread Raiders
Lucia's one of the
Where-
punies.
for the Punies, the PWN Indies. So it's the NXT of PWN.
I forgot that was the name. Like, is Paper Mario 1000-Year Door? What is happening?
And Lucha Bear is
Where the hell
gonna
are
be
you?
one of
Check
the
in.
players in that, and I'm so stoked about it. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Having props is fun.
It is.
I'm stoked.
You just yeet the fox.
Yeah.
Don't
Just eat the fox.
Oh,
Why
there's
would you
the
eat
shirt
the
we were talking
fox?
about. Because I can, because I want to, because you can't
Oh.
stop me. Do what I want.
Yeah, so go get that. We have shirts. We've got like what? Oh man, we have so much merch too now. Oh,
Oh yeah, we
Dude,
got merch.
like real merch, not the fake merch we talk about on the show.
No,
we have
no.
actual real life merch.
There was. I saw some at some point in chat talking about how there would have been just action figures would be dope, and I'm just like, if only, if only.
Yes,
The vinyl toy scene is a whole wild animal.
dude, I cannot get into the vinyl
Yeah.
toy scene right now. I would love to, but at
No.
this moment, no. But we will
That's
have art
terrifying.
prints and that kind of stuff that will be a thing at some point. But once people know the system, yes, we will have some guests. I do plan on doing a spin-off that's kind of the Punies. That'll happen once in a while to like more vet people and get ideas for me too to have wrestlers to bring into the system as well. So yeah, I think the Punies will be its own thing.
Options
it
are
will
being
also be
explored.
and I think it'll also be something if I'm running one shots for other things, like I don't know, possibly Extra Life, which I brought up last year. You know, I might have brought that up last year when I was a part of something with someone else on the stream.
Yes, Extra Life will be happening.
If that happens,
you
and
can
if
run a game.
and if I do, then I'll probably run a Punies game for that. So
Yeah,
that was fun.
I like Extra
Yep.
Life.
Dude, is that going
I
to
like
be all
Extra Life
online
too.
this year? Do you even know?
Maybe.
I mean,
Probably a lot of it. A lot
It would
of
have to be.
ours is going to be online.
Yeah, it's
Like-
going to have to be, huh?
We
Mhm.
haven't streamed in person in the whole thing. So
Yeah, makes sense.
ugh.
despite a lot of us living together, but
That's fair.
Nah, it's COVID's a
It's
bummer.
what it is, yeah.
and the world's a bummer. And I'm so glad that we have each other to play silly games and lift
Yeah.
each other up,
Right?
Mhm.
stand for good things and speak our minds. And it's all
Yep.
good.
I'm just glad I have friends like y'all who tell people who are stupid to fuck off.
That went a place. It's just like, whoa. I'm just so happy that you guys just go knives out on every fashy motherfucker on the street. It's like,
Yeah,
whoa.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck the fascists.
I mean, I keep swords conveniently available.
And they don't deserve it, but
They don't.
do F them. Don't fuck the fascists.
No, not like that. That's not how I meant it. I meant it in the not nice way. In the
Yeah.
not fun way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the not fun way.
In the not fun way.
In the
Yeah.
stabby way.
Yeah, in the stabby.
Mostly stabby.
So how's everybody feeling about, now that we've gotten 2 episodes under our belt, how's everybody feeling about the new rules? Like, in play?
Yeah.
I would like to see the play materials doc tightened,
Yeah.
because right now I'm in practice, like I'm scrolling between 5 different pages to get to the mechanics that all kind of are jammed together. Like it's weird to me that the heal and the babyface moves are not on the basic moves sheet.
Mhm.
I get that it's like, oh, here's a dev log of like here's the changes, but it's a little jank. That
I've been-
said, a lot of it
yeah.
feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cards in the back too help a bit, or at least for me, to just jump to the last couple of pages of the PDF and be like, okay, here's everything just in blocks. Has helped me from getting lost, but
It would be better, I think, if we had a tabletop, or I wonder if we could just drop them onto the Roll20.
totally good. Actually,
Mhm.
Just have them like just standing there so that they're all like
Probably
one
could.
sheet.
I could probably figure that out. I was also thinking about putting just everything together in one sheet and doing that too.
Yeah,
I just
because
haven't
I
had
missed
time.
the play aids we used to have,
Yeah.
because like the play aids actually did have practically everything you needed right there, and it
Mhm.
was great.
Yeah, I've been missing
Because-
them too because my GM stuff is in a completely different space and I have to have like 3
Yeah.
different things open.
Yeah.
And yeah.
but
because I still have the
admittedly-
I still have it up every once in a while.
But it is a work in progress. These are playtest
Yes.
materials we're working with, so like,
hmm
understandably, yeah, this is not this is not yet its final form.
But I do
But I
like
do
the
like the playbooks.
changes. Yes, I like the playbooks. I like the changes.
hmm
I like the things that they've streamlined. I like the things that they've added in.
Work the
I dig
audience,
that.
I will say, still feels a
Hmm.
little weird on a 7 to 9, because both on a 7 to 9 and a botch, you get momentum for that roll. The only
Yeah.
difference being with a botch,
Yeah.
you just then lose access to the roll. So
I feel like that could. I think 7 and 9 still needs a little something.
Like something else.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd recommend
I-
there, because
I will say that I really like the part for athletic feat where there's like when you get the +10, you get to spend heat to get extra, and I'm like, I would like to see more of that for some of the +10s.
Yeah.
For some of them, just because I feel like that's just a nice little buy-in,
yeah,
and so, that's my only takeaway from that.
I really like that it was kind of broadened a bit too. It's not just like it's
Mm.
a feat of strength. It's like you're just doing something awesome, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
there's
can be
also
directed or it
athletic
can
as
just be
well.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's really good too. And
Yeah.
Is there I didn't see it. Is there a move that lets you make an athletic feat with work?
Not that I'm aware of.
Um,
Outside of
hmm.
wrestle, I mean, but like,
It feels
I
like
mean-
you should be able to almost. I know that it's like work. I make actually no. Maybe it makes
because
sense.
work's
It's like
more the
work
technical
is
side of like
Right.
thinking about how to do the wrestling, whereas
Mhm.
body is like your physical. It's like it's a lump in of like this is your dexterity and your like strength
Mhm.
all in one. It's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
I'm
hard
thinking
on
about
Steerlin,
like some of those
goddammit.
really impressive high flying moves where like you're diving off a rope into something, and that is usually work if you're using the wrestling move.
Mhm.
Thinking about like how to emulate that as
Mhm.
Mm,
something else. Like it seems weird that you wouldn't be able to be good at that as like just demonstrating your athleticism.
I guess that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause they feel like they're wrapped up. I
Mm.
guess the whole thing gets into the question of like stats
Yeah.
overall. Like how do you
Right.
measure performance
Mhm.
and like where does the line exist between the fiction of wrestling
Mhm.
and the physical reality of performing the show?
Totally.
And I think that's
Right.
part of the thing with us too is that we are playing in our own way a hack of this as well.
Kind of.
because
yeah,
it's
we're
not
not looking at
doing-
the kind of
yeah.
behind the scenes stuff.
It's
as
like a
much.
narrative hack in a way.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because our narrative, we don't, because in the game there's the offstage stuff that
Mhm.
happens, which is why they have a new move they added in, which is the play politics stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we don't have, but the cameras are always rolling for our characters.
Mhm.
There's no, it's just us performing our personas and our characters. So we never have an off switch there. So there's no like double life for our characters that we
Yeah.
have. It's just that.
Finding a place for play politics has been kind of tricky. I also just kind of forget that
Yeah.
it's there because it's like, you're right that we don't have an off camera in the sense of like there's nothing we never show, because we're like, again, we're like an anime of a wrestling situation. Like we're not like the
Yeah.
WWE where it's a wrestling show pretending to be a wrestling show thing. There's not that extra layer there. So
Yeah.
Right.
when the
It's
cameras
like
are
a
off, we're just
wrestling isekai.
Yeah.
Because it's not like or like another example like of recently, like it's also like we're not Glow, right? We don't have like that double life of where there is legitimately a real person behind the wrestler. It's like
which I think this game was created to do, and so I think I'm really excited for when Edition 2 drops. They have this whole system for hacking it, which we will probably end up doing to some extent, and tweaking things like we'll make it so that you can do those high-flying things with work and those kinds of things.
Although strictly speaking, I mean, we could do that now, honestly.
Yeah,
we are sitting on this call with no less than 2 game designers.
That's true.
It's true.
We could do whatever we want.
I know so many.
Whatever we want.
And there's the vessel.
Time and space.
He is a boat.
Reminds me,
right.
it is after 3.
It is.
Probably should log off because some of us have games we have to go get ready for. Yay!
I gotta make dinner.
And eat foods before them.
Indeed.
That's true. But it was such a fun game. This was
super
so
fun.
good.
I can't believe this is just the second episode.
It isn't though. It's like the 15th, 16th, something like that.
I know, but like this is just the second episode for season 2, and I'm just like, we didn't even attempt to like lull our way in. It's just like, nope.
Nope, let's do it. I love all of you. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. You are great, and we appreciate you joining us for this just wild and wacky journey that we are on. We love you all so much. Tell your friends, come back and see us next week. We'll be here, same time, same place, whatever the vessel calls it. I can't remember. See y'all later.
It is a time. It is constant.